Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are in episode 23. We just rolled off of a massive fight through the mines. But before we cover that, let's go through and talk about Hemo and Eckankar. Hemo and Eckankar, you are both level 5. Welcome. Yeah. Good job, dude.
Extra attack.
All right, extra attack.
To do further things.
For both.
Right. So
I think, right? For both?
Yep.
So let's start with Eckankar. Eckankar, why don't you give us a quick rundown of your level 5 and kind of what you have going?
Yeah, so finally get access to a second attack, which is fantastic. I see Gashar and Hemo do like 3 attacks or something like that. I'm just like, well, I'll come and do my one.
Well, sorry, I do 3 instead of 2 now.
Yeah. But and now I actually get access to second level spells. I found a few of them that I'm pretty interested in, and I'll let those things kind of come out as they will.
Nice. Well, congratulations.
Very cool.
All right, Hemo, we got 3-2 Hemo, right? He gets 3 attacks now instead of 2. So,
well, yeah, I mean, anybody can dual wield, but only I get to add my bonus damage to that offhand attack. So yeah, I've got extra attack and rolled really good on my hit die for leveling up. So now I've just got a bunch of HP.
What'd you roll?
Not get any new. A 10 out of 10.
Max.
Perfect roll.
That is awesome.
What's your con?
Constitution is 14, so I got 12
Plus
extra
2,
HP.
nice.
That's awesome. Sweet. Well, now you got all those attacks. Anything else you want to let us know about?
Eldritch Knight doesn't get any extra spell stuff at level 5, so nope, Hemo just becomes a better sword fighter.
That's cool, though. No, it's a lot of damage. We saw that last combat where people were getting multiple attacks and really laying some damage out.
Now you have a good Nova Burst.
Yeah,
Do 5 attacks in a round
I could, yes.
with the
That's a lot.
action surge. Words are hard sometimes.
Yeah. That's all right. Okay. So that's awesome. Good job, guys. So let's just kind of cover what happened last week. It was one big combat. It was crazy. So
It was beautiful.
It was awesome. So we started out with you opted to follow Harbin's map in search of the townsfolk that have been gone missing, including young Salia and some of the other folks from town. You thought had been taken by these by whatever had slain the fallen Neverwinter Knights, which was probably the Were-Rats, Harbin's crew. You entered the Mountain Toe Mines, where you were attacked by a mischief of Were-Rats. I learned that rats are called a mischief of rats, but I learned that way too late. I should have been using that the whole time. So use that in your game if you have rats or Were-Rats. So they had mischiefs of sorcerers, priests of Shar, and even a floppy hat guy defending the mine.
That guy again.
Want to know who this guy is?
A mischief of floppy hats. So, so that was cool.
Episode 8 or 9, I think.
Yeah. But the big baddie of the night was the sudden appearance of Iarno Albrecht himself, Mr. Glassstaff. He kind of mocked you a little bit for trying to get him. Suddenly he was enveloped in silence, though, and he decided to make his leave using a group of dretch. I don't know what you call a group of demons.
Probably a murder.
A blorp.
A blurb of good.
A fiend of dretch, a blorp of whatever.
The
We'll think-
in-laws.
Tell us what do you think a group of dretch should be called down below? Let us know. But Waif's penchant for wandering off on her own finally paid off. Yes. Good thing there were no ogres, there were no whatever.
Nothing to squish me. Yeah.
You wandered to the dark and you ran across a fleeing Iarno kind of by chance because you kind of collided in the same area. After a quick exchange, you erupted in a wreath of hellish rebuke. And
I got him to hate me so much. He hit me when he shouldn't have.
I guess that's one way to get through life.
I
And
took
pretty
3.
much-
He took like a 38. So it was a good exchange. I took that hit well.
So you
Pretty
destroyed
much-
Glassstaff and you left behind some goggles on him. And a
And a
staff they made of glass. I don't know did you catch that part?
That makes sense now.
Yeah, sometimes I forget to describe things, so I just want to let you know. So there we are. We're gonna start there. We're gonna come out of combat as we and in this partially explored maze of the dungeon. I also will add the fact that you did find some of the
rescues,
some of the orcs and some humans. So
tiny humans even.
Yeah, so that's what you've seen so far. So given that, we're gonna kind of just go through the mine here and see what you guys. We're gonna drop initiative here, and you guys can tell me sort of what you guys want to do.
Well, I want to make a little suggestion here for pretty much single-handedly taking out Glassstaff. Waif should get inspiration.
Kira gave it to me.
She got inspiration right away.
Okay.
You can edit that out, can't you?
Alan predicted your recommendation and has already accomplished it.
I don't edit out your mistakes, only mine.
Well, I know I'm inspired from what Waif did.
We probably heard you scream around the corner and like this fireball emit and everything, right? So
about the only one that probably saw anything is Flander, and that would just be a flash of fire.
fire coming around. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Geshar and I were busy fighting.
Mark inspiration for, never mind.
Well, you'll do what the rest of you will say is I think there was
But
one
thank you.
or two threats remaining. They would have instantly evaporated.
Perfect. I mean, we would say to Waif, like, wait,
Who?
what happened?
Which one of you killed? Did you kill that or did I?
So
No.
Geshar, was that? I'm gonna say I killed it.
I don't
So
think
You're
you
not
did.
gonna.
Waif takes the book out of her hand,
Yep.
out of her,
Boom, the glove.
and puts the staff in.
All right, you grab the staff and consume the staff inside the glove.
Yep. And then she's going to grab the goggles, and she's going to make her way. It's silent now, right? I hear people calling out.
Yeah, you can hear people in the distance.
So I'll make my way around the corner there. And
All right.
Run up
does
to-
everybody coming out?
You can
running
see
up?
people kind of gathering around. I mean, you can kind of move yourself on the map where any place that's already been revealed, and you can tell me where you want to go.
What happened? That Dretch just died in front of Hemo.
I'm saying I killed it. I definitely killed it. I hit it really hard.
I used my mind powers. He died.
Ek is gonna yell out to everybody, just the captives are here. Quick, we need to get them out of here.
What did you
Can
find?
we-
Wait,
Your friend might be here.
Can we hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
We came from this way. Come.
Yeah. We go. Wave follows.
Perfect.
All right. You certainly can come all the way back to find the orcs easily enough.
So we left them chained up.
We don't have a key to get them out.
Ah,
It's they're chained up here. Did anyone happen to spot a key on anyone?
No.
So Wave walks into the room. She goes straight to Salia, right?
Yeah. She
Like-
she looks at you and she's wait, and she gets really excited to
And-
see you.
Wave gets down on her level, looks her over. What are you bitten? Did
No.
they bite you?
Nobody bit me. Why?
I was bitten.
So was I.
I was bit. I'll
So-
be fine though.
She locks eyes with her for a moment, and then like gives her a twap on the head.
Okay.
Why did you let them get you? And then gets up and turns and faces the group.
She looks up at you and says, I didn't let anybody get me anywhere. What are you talking about?
How does that
Okay.
help the captives, Wave?
Yeah, you
Seems
orcs. Why did you
wildly
let them get you
unnecessary.
too? He looks at them, cocks his head.
The orcs look over at you and we were told that you were from that Dagnagan sent you.
Yes, he told us that mine was infested. We brought silver weapon.
We must find ways to break the bonds, he says, holding up the chains that are connecting. There's a chain that connects kind of all the orcs, and they're strung through the beds.
I don't have anything on me to unlock him, so I'm just going to try to break it myself.
Certainly, give me a strength athletics check to try to break those bonds.
Can I? I can't use my weapons.
No, you need to just.
It's bludgeoning.
Can Hemo help?
Yeah.
Well,
quick,
you can certainly
try to-
help. You can certainly help, and I believe if you have a crowbar, you can use that type
Maybe I
of
should help
tooling to
assist you
give
instead.
advantage.
I could do a help on
Wave,
the
Wave, you've got a crowbar. Give me that crowbar, real quick.
You got advantage with my help.
Wave gives her the crowbar.
Okay.
Oh, actually, when you say Wave, give me the crowbar. She lowers her head. I am Wave no longer. You may call me Wrath.
Oh.
Okay. Nice to
Do you
meet
have the
Brad.
crowbar?
And then tosses you the crowbar.
If I accidentally say wave later, I am sorry.
Do you look a little bit more on fire? Is that why the name change? Wait, Wrath?
She pops the staff.
Whoa!
He did
You
not.
didn't just trip on that, did you?
Is the rest of them in there?
No, he's a pile of ash back there.
Oh, good. I don't like that guy.
Well,
She pulls out her
it really
thieves'
was made of glass.
Yep.
I thought
Yeah,
nobody
she's
would
gonna
build a
try
staff out of glass,
picking
but
all
yeah,
these
look at
rocks.
this.
I rolled a 12.
No, not enough.
Okay.
If you get down, you gotta start messing with it.
I'm going to do an athletics with advantage with all the help from Geshar and this crowbar.
Go for it.
14.
No, you're fighting with this chain, and it just will not bend and break. It's solid enough that it's not giving way.
Can we have them angle it over the bench they're on, and I will break it with my staff? Bludgeon
You
the
want to
crap
do a
out of
bunch
it.
of yeah. You can certainly try to beating the crap out of it. Certainly.
This is the way.
All right. So go ahead and give us some damage.
2 hits. I got a 6 for the first one and 11 for the second one.
For it to hit,
No, for damage.
you have to do it to hit on it.
All right. 12
So
and 25.
Okay, so you hit once
it's not adding my proficiency bonus. I would have rolled a 15
for your
for the lock
for
pick.
your lock picking.
Hmm.
Okay.
Was that enough?
Yes, it's enough. It's not a very good lock.
Okay, sorry.
That's
I was
okay.
like, why is that so low? And then I looked, oh, that's
That's
fine.
all right.
It's
It
not
happens.
including it in.
It's not a very good lock. They're just crude locks.
So it's
Yeah. More. So you're able to pick the lock, and
Oh.
they shake their hands out, all of them, and wait. Salia gives you a hug, and then she says she kind of reaches out and gives you a hug, and she goes, "I didn't let him get me."
ruffles her hair.
Tell him. And she looks over at the person sitting next to her,
Briar Orc.
Briar. Briar looks up at you, and she says, "You must be Waif. You
Wrath.
help. You must be the one who brought the ointment before. Sally has told me much about you." And Sally goes, "Mom, this is my friend."
As she's picking the lock.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
And you kind of unchain all the orcs. Once you unbreak one bind, you can just kind of pull it all the way through and take care of that.
Right.
Okay. So
I
given that,
Guess I don't need this crowbar then. Here you go, Wrath.
the orcs look around and say,
He's a
"We
little
must
afraid
find the
of it.
others."
why
Okay.
don't you keep it?
Okay, I will.
There are others.
Yes, we must find the others. And
Where
this,
are they?
This is gone. Actually, I'm going to delete that because that is a dretch.
Poof.
They
So
are mining. They will be to the south in the mine.
We must
That's what the orcs say.
go immediately. Yeah. Well, do we need to? Should we leave one person here to protect Salia and Briar?
The orcs stand up and they walk out. They have just what you think at one time was probably like what you consider typical orc garb on, but it's been well weathered and worn out. Like they've been working in this mine here for a little while, so their clothes are torn and tattered and broken up, and their hands have been quite chopped up. But they say we will. They will be fine here. We will do nothing to this child. But we have no weapons to defeat these rats. They cannot be harmed by the typical axe.
Correct.
Wave breathes her hand in energy. This works just fine.
Yes.
I would offer you my spare weapons, but they will not harm the rats. Perhaps we should all go together.
The orcs say we will be here, and we will try to find out. We'll try to guard them as much as we can. But if you go to the south, we believe that you will find the rest of the orcs and the humans from Phandalin there.
And one of
He
you
wasn't here.
Can one of you leave? Are you well enough to travel and go find your brethren?
Yeah, this one steps up. He says, "I am Belagarg. I will lead you. Come with me. I know the way." And he steps forward to the south.
Before we leave, I'm
Not
gonna
quite what I meant, but
pull
okay.
out a potion of lesser healing that I have, and he'll look at whoever's remaining. So who is remaining? So Salia, Briar, and then 2 orcs.
There are 2 orcs in here, and Belagarg says he will lead you to the south, even though he doesn't think he can do any damage to these were-rats.
Well, he holds the potion out to whoever's staying remaining back, and he says, "Here, in case you need it."
All right, Briar will take it.
Good.
Why don't you pick up these weapons that the were-rats have left?
The orc will go back and find weapons. Is there? I don't think there's a were-rat nearby.
There should be some like up here.
Well,
But he will definitely go back if you want to leave him.
well, yeah, we'll lead him to where the bodies are.
All right, you can go grab him. You can collect a couple of short swords for the remaining orcs that are
There's somebody
here.
with a short bow. There was a short bow up there.
There was a short bow up there. At least one of them had a short bow, so you can get a short bow and a couple of the short swords, and I'll arm the orcs accordingly.
Okay. And also the flappy hat guy.
Yep.
Well, actually, we're searching everybody also.
Okay.
As well,
You want to search everybody's at this point.
if we're not in imminent danger, let's.
Who gets the floppy hat?
Is anybody injured right now? I'm down by about half currently.
All right, you're just going to search the bodies, or are you going to go into any of the antechambers and rooms?
Just the bodies for now. We'll
All right.
do
I
a
was
full
going to
search.
ask Belagog here. So, the rats are dead. Whose mine is this now?
He looks at you and he says, "This mine belongs to the Broken Arrow tribe. It is ours, but these rats infested it and took control."
Well, what's behind those? By the entrance, what's behind that closed off passage?
The passage with the wood.
Yeah,
You're referring to.
we thought maybe there might be more rats back there.
You're referring to this passage right here.
Yeah.
He says that is a chamber we do not go down. There are creatures that use it as their lair.
Oh, is there anything else in there?
Not unless those creatures brought something in there.
As creatures are wont to do.
Well, we've come this far. Is it worth checking out? Would you let us?
We need to rest.
Yeah.
What if we
The
did
more
a
important thing is
short rest?
finding the captives right now. Then explore
found
and
some-
find more.
I am spent. I left it all on the table.
Should we rest for a short period? Have a quick snack? Maybe these folks are hungry as well.
Yeah. Which room was Glassstaff in? That guy always has a weird collection of stuff.
He was up in the north side here.
Yeah, if you want to travel, if you want to go back up to his chamber where he came from, there was a door there, and behind the
was
door
here,
there
wasn't
might
it?
be. So here, I'll roll the map up.
Oh yes, you are right. This room.
Okay. Yeah.
Finnis will go look with searching parties. He's got good perception.
You want to go up there and check out what he might have had up there?
And
Yeah.
assuming we
He's going
don't
to go up and look. He doesn't have good perception, but he
we
wants.
don't
to
have an
know.
immediate encounter. You guys go to take a short rest, recuperate.
If
a
you're
little
going
bit?
to take a
time,
short
short rest.
rest, if you're going to take a short rest, I'll do my Song of Rest, so you get an extra D6 of hit points back.
Per
Anybody
hit
opposed?
dice spent.
It's a
Or is it
perfectly
just another
nice
D6
day
on top of
outside. We
everything?
could take our short rest when we get out into the woods again.
I am
But we need
damaged.
to clear more of the.
Healing.
Yeah. Ek would follow.
But the acoustics are so
Belagog.
good in here for my Song of Rest.
Yeah, man, it's all about the acoustics.
Yeah, like if
Says
Bellegarde
you.
thinks he
We're gonna
knows
argue
where the-
acoustics with a bard. Good luck.
Yeah, like if Bellegarde thinks he knows where the prisoners are, Eck would probably follow him to see if.
All right. So you have not checked out the place that Iarno had been coming from. Instead, you opt to follow the orc down to find the other prisoners.
Yeah, Eck
Let
would.
me bring the map up. All right. He reveals a passage as he comes through this area. He's going to come around here, and when he does, it's going to open up to a chamber, and I will reveal that chamber.
We're talking like south in the cave.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it's like another mine to the south.
No.
No, there's still
Yeah,
many chambers here we have not
okay.
investigated.
Scroll to the right. There's a whole black area.
So you can see here that there is a whole area of these orcs, and as you come across up there, you can hear them chipping away. These orcs are working along with a few humans at mining the bits and chunks of gold from the walls of the Mountain Toes gold mine. You can also see a cat wandering in.
Do we know this cat?
Yeah, the cat is a white and brown cat, mostly white with a flat little stubby nose. And he, as you come wandering around the corner, this cat jumps up on the rail here and just sits there and just kind of stares at you and makes little cat sounds. You recognize him immediately.
Is that a werecat?
This is Finnis's friend.
Yeah, you believe that's Finnis's friend. This orc looks and says, "I do not know what that is.
That's
You
a
should
cat.
kill it immediately."
Don't kill it.
No, it's a friend. It's a friend.
And he looks down. This orc Belagag looks down at the cat and says, Beast, have you found any more were-rats? And the cat just looks at him. And Belagag looks over and he goes, "I do not speak its language."
None of us do as well, but I think it seems safe back here. Let's start getting these people out of here.
Are they attached in any way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all chained. They're all chained up, and they're kind of chained into their positions.
Okay. Eck is gonna try to get Wrath's attention. Be like, we need your skills. We need to get these people out of their chains.
Have any of you been bitten? Like this, and he points at a bite hole.
The orcs look back, and they're immediately there. You see how they all stop their work, and they look back, and they go, "Belagag." And Belagag says, "No, we have been freed. The humans from Phandalin have come to rescue us on Dagnag's orders."
We have destroyed the leader of the were-rats.
Yes, you're all safe for now.
Okay, so you're going to go up and pick the lock. That is no problem. You go ahead and pick the locks. You begin picking the locks and freeing all of the orcs. They free themselves, rubbing their wrists and their ankles, and they shed their bindings, and they walk up and they kind of embrace each other, and they one of them, as you do it, walks up and holds out its hand to you.
I take it.
You're going to reach for him?
Mhm.
Okay, he spits in your hand.
I spit in his.
Then he laughs, ha, and he shakes your hand. He shakes you almost violently.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, whoa.
Wrath
And
is just
he grabs your shoulder and kind of shakes you, and he says,
like a little ragdoll.
he says, "Thank you, Tiefling. We are grateful for everything you've done for us."
Well, there will be a stipend.
He laughs. He goes, ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. All right.
How are you? Kishar walks up to some of these other non-orcish folk.
The humans there run forward. You've seen some of these Javelin and Chagall.
Yeah, I thought you
You've
looked
seen them
familiar.
randomly in town, and when you walk in there, they recognize you immediately, and they immediately walk up to you and they give you a hug and they go, "Where's Flander?"
Points behind him.
They walk right past you like you don't exist, running over to Flander, and all three of them shaking his hand. Flander, we knew you'd save us. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
Well, I had a little help.
Yes, Dagnag does great work. You and Dagnag together have taken these people on. They laugh.
You had a little help.
And the orcs next to him, kind of these orcs here just start laughing. Javelin says, "Oh no, my friend, I know you've all done a great job. Thank you so much." And Javelin gives you a big hug, and Chagall kind of claps you on the back of the shoulder. "Thank you so much." And Chagall looks back at you, Gashar, and he says, "You too, my friend. Thank you so much. We thought we'd be finished here. These rat creatures did not take kindly to us, and they violently killed those knights like they were nothing, and dragged us off into the dark."
Well, good thing we are not nothing.
The cat walks over.
Ek tries to pick it up, bring it over to Finnis.
Don't worry, we killed them back.
You pick the cat up?
Yeah, I tried to. I don't
Finnis
know.
is
He does no
that
problem.
room.
You pick it up. He just you pick the cat up, and he just kind of does what cats do. They kind of slump back, looking around like, "Why am I being picked up?"
Depends on the cat.
Yeah.
He'll look down at the cat and be like, "Let's see if we can
Mileage
find
may
your
vary.
friend."
Yep. This cat doesn't seem like he has much care to be if he got picked up or not. All right. You managed to gather all the orcs. They gather with you, freed from their bindings. What are you going to do now?
Some of you should prepare yourselves and go find Dagnag and bring him back here. We will continue to search.
Yes, we will arm ourselves with what we can find here. Are there other weapons?
There are
This should
some
be-
were-rats. I think they still have some weapons scattered among their dead bodies. We have not searched their warrens yet for more stuff, but we shall.
Very well. We shall make ourselves scarce and return back to the Wyvern Tor, and we'll let Dagnag and our people know that we have been freed.
I'm assuming that 8 of you are sufficient to get to Werventor.
Yes. Do you need help with anything else?
I think we are okay. No?
Yeah, I believe there's 10 of them here right now.
Then
10 orcs.
that should be sufficient.
Yeah, they're
That is
going.
a
They're
Watch
going.
out for
lot of
dragons.
orcs. That's a dangerous force.
Yeah, I think
All right, they're going to make their way back toward the entrance.
Once again, I just want to be clear that we did kill the leader of the were-rats, who was in Phandalin, but was not Phandalin.
It's not of Phandalin.
The other people in there are good people.
Jalen says, "Yes, we mean you no harm, orcs. We only wanted to get back home." The orcs nod and say, "Very well. We will keep that in mind. We will consult with Dagnag. The many arrows thank you for saving us."
Good friends, good. He kind of pats a couple on the back as he walks out too,
All right, they begin leaving.
awkwardly.
Okay, new friend.
So Wrath runs up or walks up to Eckankar and hands you a pair of goggles.
Hey.
I will look at these later to find out exactly what they are, but I think they will make you a little more useful.
He chuckles to himself. He's like, "Yes, I hope I can become more useful to everyone here." And just
I am
kinda-
not calling you not useful. It will make you more useful.
No, I know. We know you, Jess. And he'll just kind of throw them on over his neck for now.
All right, so you're taking the goggles that you found off of Yarno's body.
Mhm.
The
Perfect.
cursed goggles.
Yeah, curse goggles.
Yeah.
Well, he was a worthless human and he had them on. I'm assuming they helped him see in the dark, which the rest of us can. You should feel very ashamed and weak that you cannot, but that is okay. We do not hold it against you.
Yes, it's been a point of shame recently. We seem to be doing most of our fighting at night or in caves.
It is our strong suit. We cannot help but do it. We operate better in the dark.
Oh, I thought you'd take the goggles and whip them over your shoulder. Shame, shame, shame. All the townspeople throwing stuff at you because you can't see in the dark.
Do not break them.
Okay. You managed to get the goggles, and the humans are going to stick with you. They don't have a way that they don't even really quite know exactly how to get back to Phandalin from here. They were a little disoriented when they were taken.
Just before
stay in the torchlight.
Just before the orcs go, how long will it take you to get back with Technic?
From here, the many arrows that staying at the Wyvern Tor should take us close to 2 days of travel, depending on how fast we can move. You think actually it's more like probably a day and a half to get there? You think?
Wait, to get where?
To the Wyvern Tor
to go to Degnag and then get back with him. So a day and a half.
It takes a day and a half to get there,
So,
and
like,
probably
3
3 days. Yeah, you think the orc is being overly optimistic?
And also, we have not a place to be.
Yeah. He's now Ek is gonna like help guide people with the torch and also try to find Finnis.
All right, Finnis, what are you going to be doing?
So I'm up in this room where Glassstaff came out of.
All right, let me get the map up
digging
there.
through stuff.
Hemo's like looking through boxes and anything he can find. I mean, the guy had like a basement full of secrets hidden under everybody's nose in Phandalin, right? I mean, he's got to have something here.
All right, you see a desk here. The desk is full of different papers and materials. You can also see a weird metal contraption, and that metal contraption is a sphere with arcing things that spin around it, and they have different circles around it. You're not exactly sure what it is, so think of like a metal contraption which has a bunch of arcs, spheres on all around the different sides, and something in the center. It looks like the spheres spin. There's something like that. Yeah, your characters might not know what that is. And then you see a bunch of letters, and that's about it right now. What do you want to do?
Well, just first things.
You want to do a search
first?
Yeah, search.
All right, give me a search roll. Give me a perception roll.
Did it come through?
Can I help? I'm a spellcaster. I can.
Sure, you can give.
What's going on with this item?
You can also search yourself and just tell me which rolls you get.
You are kind of spellcaster.
I'm studied.
We're really not going to
guess
be able
I
to live
rolled a
with weight
6 on that.
the whole night.
It is wrath.
I gotta reload roll 20.
Waif was passive aggressive. Waif was aggressive.
That's
Wrath
there's
is just more
nothing
aggressive.
passive about wrath.
No.
Okay, Raph. All right. Well, so tell me,
15.
Hemo, or you got a 15, and what did Hemo get?
Pretty bad. That's 6.
All right, you're fixated on the desk. There is a bunch of stuff around the edges, but they don't really seem much like it's worth actually looking at quite yet. So you
Can I just fire the Wand of Secrets as long as I'm in his base? I've got 2 out of the 3 charges left.
go for it.
Yeah, Hemo fishes that wand out of his pocket. This thing's I should just do this first. Swings it in the air. Find the secret I know is here.
There is a loose burlap cloth. And under the burlap cloth, once you move it, you find a few things of value underneath it. So what you see is you can see that there are 3 sacks of gold nuggets, and you also find a bright copper and goldish colored shield that has these symbol of the Lady of Luck. You have seen this shield before.
Wait, someone was looking for this.
This was hidden under the burlap.
Yep.
Oh man, Hemo picks that up, and the gold nuggets too, if he can.
Right. All right. So there's a bunch of papers here. There's this weird thing, this contraption with the balls and stuff that kind of, you're not sure what it's all about. Some letters.
What does that do?
I don't know. Do you want to give me an investigation?
Why don't you tell us, Mr.
I
Wizard?
think Finnis was investigating that. Didn't you say you picked up the contraption?
Yeah, I picked up the contraption.
Perfect.
Any luck?
Why don't you give me an investigation roll?
Three.
You think that it might be used for cooking. This might be, you might be able
It's
to
like
use
a-
it if you
it's like
spin
a
it around
whisk.
enough. You might be able
It's
to
a
cut
fancy
potatoes with it.
whisk.
Yeah.
It's like a rotisserie, like turns it over the fire.
It's fine. I'll pocket it regardless.
All right. The whole thing is roughly about 12 inches. It's square, like a 12-inch cube. So it's not going to be difficult to kind of move around. And
I'll
it
put it in my
weighs
bag.
4 pounds.
Gotcha.
Too bad we don't have a
pounds.
bag of holding.
All right. And when you're going to look at those letters or anything?
We should. Whoa, what is happening?
All right.
I'm getting some really weird stuff. Yeah, let's
Looking
grab
at the-
let's grab the letters and bring them back to the group.
All right,
Yeah.
you see some, there are some letters which look like folded letters, like somebody would send. You also have a bunch of just papers and notes in here, just a stack of them. You think that the papers and notes weigh a total of 15 pounds? There's a whole bunch of papers in here.
God damn.
Just think of a bunch of wizard stuff just scattered around.
Case
Well,
of paper.
They are not neatly done. They're just laying all over the place. Whoever this Yarno Albrecht was, he was not a neat freak.
Can I just flip through to see if anything looks like a spell scroll to me?
Or a spell book.
Yeah. I'm looking for like spell instructions.
Hemo, let
I-
me see that shield.
You're gonna look
It
at that
looks
shield.
familiar, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, you look around and you don't see any scrolls. He might have left the scrolls accidentally back at the other place where you had found him, but when he had to leave in haste. But you do see these papers here. You think that these papers that you're looking through, they look to be some kind of a bunch of plans and drawing up of movement. Looks like he has detailed maps of Phandalin and has looks like he's was planning an assault on Phandalin.
Whoa.
Full on assault, huh?
Yeah, and he has a chart, and he has a bunch of people's names on them, and with different symbols next to them, like different icons. You're not sure what those icons are. They probably are just meaningful to him.
Do any names stand out immediately?
No particular one name stands out to you as to anybody you have met. Though
This will
someone
be
in town may
interesting.
be
We
able to
should-
tell you who they are.
We should
yeah.
probably take this back to Lady Gabrielle's.
Likely.
Also, you see that there's 3 letters here. These 3 letters are from all 3 letters are from Sildar, each inquiring about Phandalin, and each sounding more urgent, asking what's going on and why Yarno is not writing back.
He sold his soul to rock and roll.
What was Sildar wanting Yarno to do?
So you think that he's come across here to Yarno came originally to set up a satellite of the Lord's Alliance and
Right.
apparently did not respond. So then he sent additional letters weeks apart, and that was a total of 3 letters. And at that point, they stopped. You're wondering if that's the point at which Sildar decided to come to Phandalin himself. There's also, once you pick everything up, buried underneath it, you see a half-written letter and some ink. The ink has been spilled onto part of the note, but not the part that has been written. It looks like he was part of the way into writing it. The note is written in common, and it says, "Spider, I am sending this shield to you as we have no use for it. We will take back the town. Those troublemakers have been traveling up and down the Triboar Trail. They have asked for Gundren and his brothers. They may want to be heroes. It seems Thal's wife lied to us. Harbin said the troublemakers found the wand. She must have hidden it. She must have given it to them. I will gut the bitch the moment Phandalin is ours again. We have 7 more under pack leader sheaf with the last cycle. At mid-month, we will kill these prisoners and make our way back to Fan." And it trails off. as if he was in the middle of writing.
Good.
Oh, does it? Wait, did you say it looked fresh?
It looked fresh.
Oh man, that's hilarious. We must have showed up halfway through this.
No use for the shield. That's fascinating.
You can also find
looking shield.
You also find in the room, scattered amongst the boxes and where is a collection of more red brand cloaks.
What is taking those guys so long? I'm going to go look.
All right. Meanwhile, we have Gashar. Gashar, what are you going to do? You're going to go up there and see what's going on?
Yeah.
Right at this point, Gashar wanders in. And he goes he's looking around as you walk in.
What's taking you guys so long?
We found all of Glassstaff's stuff. Look at all these letters. This dude was like crazy disorganized. Oh, also check this out. I've got the shield. Doesn't this look familiar?
I also like reading. Maybe I should. Oh, Gariel's shield. That is cool.
Yeah.
What about these papers? Can I read that?
I mean, you can. Mostly it's just Sildar wanted Iarno to set up some Lord's Alliance stuff, and I guess we all know how that turned out now. It looks like he was actually going to send the shield to somebody called the Spider. Wait, does this letter have any instructions for where it's going?
It does not. It trails off.
Damn, must have just he might have just planned on giving it to one of the people who already knew.
We had heard of the spider before, right?
Yeah.
If
We've
you
seen
recall,
some correspondence.
when
Must
you
be
when
this
you
guy's
first
boss.
went into Iarno's first lair, if you will, underneath the Tresender Manor, you saw
There's a
a
letter.
letter there from the spider, which you may or may not still have in your possession. I'd be happy to read it to you again if you want.
Please do.
I wonder where this spider is. Perhaps it says something in his original letter.
Well, he never got this one because look, check this out. I think we walked in right as he was writing this.
That
All
is
right.
smudged.
The original letter, which you fish out, you kind of talk amongst yourselves and fish it out. It says, Lord Albric, my spies in Neverwinter tell me the strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can, kill them if you must, but don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me in haste. I'm counting on you, Iarno. Don't disappoint me. And it's signed with a spider symbol. You found that in Iarno Albrecht's quarters underneath Tresender Manor about maybe 10 days or so ago. I'm not remembering all the math of the time, but back when you had fought them.
I think we may have disrupted their plans just a little.
Wait, a little bit, a lot, definitely.
All right. What do you guys have to do?
I see these cloaks. We have a full Glassstaff costume now, just because we have everything Glassstaff had on them that wasn't incinerated, and a bunch of cloaks. I don't know. Maybe we could.
That's all that survived on Glassstaff.
You haven't really searched them. You said you
right.
grabbed the
I thought
glasses.
all the thing that was left was goggles in them.
Yeah, you said you
pile of
grabbed the
ash.
goggles and you grabbed the staff. So you feel free to search them if you
Oh,
want.
so he's
Yeah,
not a pile of
did the
ash.
research.
He's just charred.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You can certainly go back and find and search him. Once you search his body, you see that the only other thing he has on him is a key.
I wonder if
Well,
we didn't need that.
yeah.
All right, what are you guys gonna do?
All the time.
you'll notice that I actually opened the locks without a key. So let's just keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Salia says to you. She's just she points to you and tells you how gives you the what fors. Holding Wave's hand. Wrath's hand. I'm not gonna remember that for a while.
I'm not going to remember.
All right.
When we were freeing the folks who were still mining on the far eastern side of this, just looking at the map, was there any edges in there that looked like the passages continued, or was
Yes.
that all wall?
Yep,
Okay.
you can go back and check that out. I will move the map back since you're going to be running all over the place.
We kind of are, yeah. Yeah,
I think there were a couple other doors here too.
there was one here clearly, but we found out that was some other like creature.
There's
All right,
some
you
monster
had
lair.
yeah, you head back and you will find. I will just reveal the rest of that map to you since you'll kind of just get to it anyway.
Yeah, we'll run through that.
All right, you follow this the path out the back here.
Second exit.
You can see that this emerges into a second exit.
Leave it to Glassstaff to have a secret backdoor exit
You think that this was probably here the whole time.
and escape route. That is just like him.
And also probably how the cat got in this area.
And is there anything this way, right up in that corner?
No, I've revealed all of the map, I believe, on this side. I will zoom out a little bit.
On the southwest corner.
Southeast?
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about the actual southwest?
I'm sorry, it's southwest.
There's looks like maybe another path over there.
There's Hemo saw a door down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there's a path up here we haven't looked through.
Also true.
Okay, so you head back.
Let's go check those out. Must secure the mine after all.
Yep. I will give you some indication, kind of reveal some of the areas that are most obvious, like just a simple paths. So you can see this path leads around this corner here. That's easy enough to find. And you can certainly go into that door, which is in the corner.
Well, I'm curious. I want to get through. Did you say it was boarded up, or is it
No, it's
a
just-
door
it's
that
just
might
a
have
door.
an opener?
But it has rails under it.
It's just a door that leads, and the rails lead underneath the door.
Kashar will peek under it.
Any rats?
You're gonna look under the door. Give me a perception roll.
Wait, that's persuasion. That's not what you wanted.
Well, you can try to persuade the door if you
You
want.
tell
I mean,
the door
that's-
to open. It does not.
I went way better. I got a 5.
Hey, baby, you want to open? Thank you.
You watch the door carefully. It does not open. Hemo's gonna, well, heck,
Okay,
does he
what
try
you
to
see in here is you
perceive?
see underneath. You gonna open the door?
He was
Sure.
Sure.
Look at him.
Trap goes
I'll
off.
open the door.
All right. You
Wait,
push the
rat
door.
stands-
You push the door open, and inside of the door here, you see another cart. You see a bunch of supplies, but in those supplies are a bunch of personal effects. Looks like various human and elf and half elf type of items that people from Phandalin would have used. Some of these are probably some of the personal items of the people that they've taken. Others have just been maybe things that they have stolen from Phandalin themselves.
Let's get Briar and the other townspeople in here.
Certainly, they will come in and they will definitely help fish through and find things. But you think that these may have been some of the money that have been extorted from the townsfolk over the last month, and were being taken someplace. They ended up probably here.
So
Wow.
let's take it back. I will
Yeah.
share some.
I've got this mysterious void bag full of body parts. I'm assuming is
You already
a
dumped those out.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
dumped the body parts
Yeah.
already out.
no body parts.
Put all of it.
Um,
Yes. Put that stuff in here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're able to fill it up. It's about 100 pounds worth of miscellaneous items like shirts and clothes, boots, things like that. But also some valuables.
How much can this bag carry?
500 pounds.
Oh wow.
You're able to put all of these items inside the bag here. You can try to calculate the value if you want.
Yeah. As we're putting everything, you might as well sort of tally it up.
All right, give me an investigation check.
Gonna roll way better this time than the last one. We got a 6.
All right. You think
Stuff is priceless.
you think that nothing in here is worth much of value.
Perfect.
Let's
It might have sentimental value.
let's just fill up this bag, and then we can do the thing where we invert it, and we'll just have a big lost and found pile in Phandalin.
Perfect. All right. You do that.
All right, I
There
got
was
a
one
bag
other
of
spot
stuff.
to the north. It looked like.
There
Should
is.
we run through there.
There is.
Cool.
There you're going to mostly find foodstuffs, food supplies. And with that, you pretty much have exhausted the searching of the mine.
Excellent. Was there any bodies we need to search, or did we catch all those already?
You have already got that. And
All right.
off of the you found a total of 15 gold pieces, 30 silver pieces, and we'll just say a 20 copper. Inside the beds, if you shake out the beds, you're going to find that there's a bunch of money on the beds, though.
Yeah,
In
bed
the
bugs?
beds. Yeah. The beds had 74 gold, 55
Nice.
silver, and 60 copper pieces.
Oh wow.
And a bunch of
Weird.
random small gems that you find just lying around. The total gem value would be about 100 gold pieces.
Wow, these rat folks, they just sleep in piles of their own stuff.
Apparently so.
I guess they
There-
have hoards.
Yeah, there's also a half a dozen red cloaks stuffed in various parts of the room.
You know, I'm starting to think I would look better with like a green cloak. I'm not sure about these red ones.
Graham, did you get all
What
of
if we
the
customize them?
treasure
Take
written
them to
down?
a tailor.
Wave's gonna snag like 20 copper pieces.
All right, make sure you take it off the list.
Your
as
still
you-
has no coins at all on them.
You'll notice that they're in the area where all the foodstuffs are. There's several items from the Blue Lion Coster goods, along with other goods from other costers and groups.
We'll
from
grab
across.
some of that to bring with too.
Okay,
Bring some food stuff back, and then I'll even ask the town folk
going
to.
to carry all this?
you gotta carry that on
I'll
your
ask town
hands. or-
folk stuff to carry some of it back. We have a half-day trip back. It's not too bad.
All right,
And I also propose we escort them.
Yes,
We should
think
escort
should-
the people
we
back.
must escort them.
it's getting dark. I'll let
I
you know.
think we should rest
Or
before we
rest
head anywhere.
Okay.
in the barracks here. That seems okay.
Yeah, we have a defensible warden right now.
All right, the humans will definitely, the humans that were from the town will definitely stay with you and wait out the night with you if you're going to camp here.
This cave. Does anybody mind if I go camp in the woods? I'll keep a lookout on the outside.
You're going to go out there
If
by
you-
yourself.
I can't stand sleeping in this rat infested cave.
There are no rats. We killed them all.
And
Oh.
I can do my tiny hut thing too, which will keep us
Well,
all protected.
I guess it doesn't matter.
We don't have to
We
sleep
can
in
do
the
that.
rats' beds, you know.
Do you have any spell slots?
Believe
left,
me,
Brad?
I wasn't sleeping anywhere near that.
Oh, it's a ritual spell.
I'm gonna have to copy that ritual from you.
You can just do one of those though, correct?
Yep.
Why don't we put all of the squishy targets, and he points at the people we just rescued, in the hut, and we will sleep outside the hut.
Where are you going to cast it? Outside or inside the cave?
Well, I think it'd be best to cast it outside if
All right,
if
you're
we
going to
don't
head
wanna
out,
stay in the cave. Yeah.
take people outside, and go ahead and cast your spell. Anything else you're going to do tonight? You've investigated. It's taken you a lot longer than you've ripped apart the cave, looked at a bunch of stuff, moved a bunch of goods.
I think Eck is just gonna walk over to Finnis and I think this is your friend, and like hold the cat out to him.
Finnis lights up. He's like, "Oh, buddy," and he pulls out some ration to give to him.
We didn't
He-
have
yeah,
that
he-
when we came to Phandalin. Where did he come from?
He was being harassed by that awful mayor.
Ah, yeah.
Harbin was kicking its ass.
Oh my God, Harbin was going to eat it. Oh, nasty.
God.
Well, glad you didn't get eaten. little
it kind of holds its
little
paw up and
creature.
does this kind of like almost like a wave at you, kind of like reaching out to kind of touch you.
Wants more food.
Finnis just spends the rest of the day like with the rest feeding the cat.
All right.
Yeah, we'll get a
Playing with the
bedroll
cat.
and I'll curl up in the cave entrance just inside here.
All right, perfect. Anything else you're gonna do tonight?
Well, I'm going to identify the goggles and the staff.
It's
All
glass.
right.
Do you
All
have
right,
enough to do the shield too?
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a ritual.
All right, you
Oh,
sit
nice.
you sit down with your book.
Kind of shield.
You open it up and begin to cast your spell. So the first thing you look at is when you look at the goggles, you can see that the goggles themselves, they appear to be nothing more than normal goggles at first. But once you concentrate, you spend your 10 minutes concentrating on them, you can see that the goggles themselves instantly take darkness and allows people to visualize the light. You look through the goggles in your mind and you can see the light on the other side through the eyes. And as you follow them around and look around, you can see through it as if the person looking at it was not in darkness at all. You think these are called goggles of the night.
Oh, thank
Ooh.
God.
Nice. Know somebody who could use those.
Is it just dark vision once a day?
Yeah,
or
it gives you
just
dark
permanent?
vision while you're wearing them. If you already had dark vision, it increases your range of dark vision.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it to Ek.
All right.
As much as she'd like to have extended dark vision, but
Gashar sort of like hops up and down when he sees you getting those. He's like, try it, try it, try it.
Is it attunement?
I
Welcome
looked
to the
up.
club.
They look
I
like it looks like an owl, like with a beak and it's like crest and everything like that. He puts them on. He's like, "Oh my God, I can actually see."
I can see you all.
What I felt like
It's-
recently. It is great.
Yes.
Are you telling me all humans see like not in the dark normally?
Yes.
Oh,
I thought
yes,
that might
no.
have just been a you thing.
And
Wow.
my kind
Oh
as
no,
well.
no, it's a real problem.
What do you do for
Wow,
that
I'd
like
say.
entire section of the day?
Where there's
Never
no
get
light.
anything
Yeah.
done?
Luckily,
So,
most
that-
of the time people have torches. Unfortunately, I didn't have one handy.
Does not require to be attuned.
Does not have to be attuned.
No.
Nice.
That's good. That's good.
So it is working.
All
You
right.
just have
always
to wear it
like-
on your face. That's about
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Finnis
Like
will
I
also
said,
take out
we'll
that
make
little
you-
mechanical contraption and ask to identify that.
Now can we
Oh,
start
yeah.
traveling at night all the time, please?
You take the shield.
Yes.
You put it in your
won't be a
lap.
problem.
You begin concentrating on the shield. When you hold the shield in your hand and think about the images that are on here, you see that what you look and feel inside there is that you see secrets and pieces of images kind of in the corner of your eye. You look and it kind of draws. You'll see a little goblin peeking out. You see little trees and pieces and bugs. A lot of you're constantly being drawn in different directions as you hold this shield. And it's revealed to you that this is a sentinel shield.
Oh wow.
When you hold this
Ooh.
shield, you have an advantage on initiative rolls and your wisdom perception checks.
Wow.
The shield is emblazoned with the symbol of the Lady of Luck.
Oh wow.
Oh, can I hang on to that? We'll give it back, but maybe on the way back, wow.
You need to use it, you know?
Or do we supercharge our perceptive one and give it to Finnis?
Finnis looks up from
Uh,
playing with the cat. Huh? Nice shield.
Well, I suppose if tomorrow wanted anyone to have it, it would be the cleric.
The cleric,
Not the-
cleric of Kelmover or the paladin of Ilmater?
It's one of them. It's religious stuff here.
Because Ek wields a shield too, right?
Yeah.
Is it magical in
big
any other
shield,
way?
yeah.
Or is it just that?
That is the, and
That
it
is
gives
the
you,
magic
it gives
of
your
it.
typical armor class 2, like any other
Yep.
shield. Yeah.
So no magical bonus to armor class as
No,
well.
no, that's what it gets you.
It's still
It's
nice.
still awesome. Yeah. So you have
So very
advantage on
cool.
initiative rolls and advantage on wisdom perception checks.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely
Well-
want it, but I don't know. If you, it feels like it would be better in your hands with like the perception stuff.
Why don't you two fight over it?
we could
The first
fight
one to
over
get hit gets it.
it.
You probably would need it.
So you get, if you have advantage on your perception checks, you have a +5 to your passive.
Oh, that's cool. That's real cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
That's what makes
Now
my
I
passive
really
20.
do want it.
Yeah, passive of 20. That's
Yes.
why I'm like, let's give it to Finnis.
Yeah, I think it would be better in your hands, honestly.
All
That's
right.
pretty great for you.
Yes, I'll
This
take
is
it.
why we read all the rules.
What's that other one you've got there?
It's just a plain old shield that's got my patron symbol on it. Or not patron, my god. Kellamvor. Scales.
Hopefully he
Ooh.
will not be too upset.
Well, here, I mean, I can hang on to that. No sense you carrying two. I can
Yes.
use a shield.
He straps it over your back.
Hey,
Keep good watch. Kellamvor will watch over you.
Kellamvor's got your back. Get it?
hey,
Hey, I get it. All right, what else are you going to look at?
I'm sure I'll need this.
How about that
Staff.
mechanical
Oh,
contraption?
come on, that's staff. Are you sure? It's
That's just a glass staff.
As
It
Rest starts
shatters.
to examine it,
Yeah, you smack
Char sort of
somebody
pokes
with
it a little
and
bit.
breaks.
from the side. It wiggles on its own.
You should not touch someone's staff without consent.
you put the staff in your hand and you begin concentrating for the next 10 minutes. And when you do so, what you see is visions of the stages of the moon being passing and waxing and waning, rising and falling. The ages as almost as if time is speeding through, and you see the moon continually cycling through. And when you do, you see that as the moonlight strikes you, you feel this, the staff itself begins glowing, a brilliant bluish light radiating, and it's revealed to you that this is Arno's staff of moonlight. It acts as a staff of defense, which gives you a +1 to your armor class while you're wielding it. It makes you immune to were creature bites, and you can emit moonlight at any time. So it can glow as a normal light, almost like a torch, glows as the moonlight. So finally, the staff also grants you the use of the cantrip Booming Blades when you attack with it.
Ooh. So light, is it just at will?
Yeah, so
Light at will.
you can at will turn it on as a light, and it lights as a torch.
Okay.
But it's just
But
bluish
like the
moonlight.
light spell?
Yeah, like the light spell. Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
the light spell is. Yeah.
Plus
See,
one-
booming blades. Is.
So it's a staff of defense +1. So it makes you immune to were creature bites. It can emit moonlight anytime, and when you strike with it, you can enact the cantrip Booming Blades.
This is some cool stuff.
Is it a magical weapon though?
Yeah.
Yes, it's considered a
not-
magic weapon for attacking.
Just not bonus or anything. Well, for that.
So
Well,
if it's
I like the
actually
defense.
if it's actually moonlight, can he trigger a were creature then using the moonlight from the staff?
That's a question.
Interesting. You
So
don't know.
booming blade. Oh, just I have access
If
to
you create moonlight, is it the same phase as the moon above? Who knows?
Yeah.
Is it a full moon's light?
Well, it's just a staff of moonlight. It's a custom made item, so you get what you get, and you don't have a fit.
And if it
It's like I'm playing with my
were
kids.
all were creatures or just were rats?
Immune to were creature bites. All were creature. All right. So now that you've had your staff and identified, is there anything else you would like to look at?
The inside of my eyelids.
The inside of your eyelids. Okay.
Sure curls up.
All right.
Good night. Don't die.
All right. You camp outside under the waning moon. It's still pretty bright out, but it's fairly cloudy, so you're able to get some rest. Dawn comes early, and when you wake, you see that the townsfolk who had come with you have already pulled out some of the supplies and have made breakfast.
Oh, they had a kitchen? Well, maybe
No,
not a
they just
kitchen.
use some. They just use some of the supplies to make a little fire. For
Well,
being
thank
for
you.
being commoners, they're quite quite resourceful.
And used to cooking for themselves, I presume.
Yeah.
And living
Thank you
in a
very
frickin'
much.
border
We,
town.
we
What smells
appreciate it.
good?
Finnis finds a bag of coffee somewhere, makes coffee for everybody.
Kashar floats out
He's
like
he gets real particular and makes like drip coffee.
Yeah. Well, there is
Where
a
did
whole
you
bunch
even
of
get all
supplies.
that
from town.
equipment?
Found it in the mines.
There's a whole bunch of stuff from the Blue Lion Coster and a bunch of other supplies that are in the various parts of this mine.
Yep, we asked him to carry some of it even too.
Yeah.
So
And they've went through and found some goods out of there and made some breakfast for you. Some oats and type of oatmeal and things like that they've been able to put together. All right. You have yourself breakfast and you are free to do what you want to do for the day. What would you like to do?
I think it's time to head back to town.
Yeah, I think we gotta get these people back.
I'm gonna hide in the shade again. Stupid fun.
All right. The cat wanders with you as you gather together and you begin your journey back to Phandalin. The day is bright outside. It's easy to follow the path. It's there's a definite trail that leads that tells you that there has been at least a light walking path between here and Phandalin. Somebody has been going back and forth here within reason fairly regularly, or at least over that part of the summer.
There's the cat.
Yeah. You wander back through, it takes you a good part of the day to wander through. And as the day begins to get old and you can see the sun setting slightly, you wander into town. You come through the south where the trail leads you, and you can see that the field where the bodies were before have all been buried. There's a sign that reads "Defenders of Phandalin," posted as nice as they could make it. As you wander through, in the distance, you can see the village of miners, the small miner towns, these small huts that they put together and made, and beyond that, to the north, the Phandalin that you know. Okay, so what you can see is now you're at the southern part of the town, just past the Phandalin Miners Exchange, coming up to the town. You can see that the down here that you're just south of here. Let me have Eckankar give me a spot roll, please. And I bet you wish you had that shield now.
Yeah, I do.
Perception roll.
Oh, jeez.
Not bad.
15.
15. Okay. As you are wandering up from the south after Salia and her mother and father have returned home, and they've given you hugs and they thank you, and the rest of the humans and have run back to their place, feeling immense gratitude for being free, but also just wanting to get home. They're exhausted. They've walked all day. They've been in the mines for a while now. Them for the last day or so, but some of the other people may have been there for a longer time. You can see an old woman scowling at you as you walk up. You recognize this woman as the same woman who had scolded you a few days before in town, and she gives you the stink eye, and then turns and walks away.
Eck wants to follow her.
right.
He'll turn to everybody and be like, please excuse me, I'll be back.
Is this the
shortly."
same old lady that scowled at me that one time?
Well,
Across from the
yeah,
Across
she
from-
scowled at you across the way, and then yelled at Eck. Yeah.
Man,
So Eck, you take off, and you can see the woman walks
Before
down.
he goes, I'm going to give him bardic inspiration to help with whatever he's got to talk to her about.
Perfect.
good idea.
All right. She wanders down the path that leads just beyond these farmhouses. So that beyond there, the farmhouses, there's a little trail that kind of trails off, and she wanders down that way. She sees you kind of following her, and she looks back and she says, oh, are you going to rescue me? Then she has a little cart in her hand. She turns and she waddles. She seems like she's trying to speed up, as if you following her is irritating her right now.
I'll just say, please, Tiona, it doesn't need to be now, but I want to speak with you, please.
She turns back and she says, "There's nothing to say to me, but if you want to say Phandalin, then say Phandalin." And she kind of gives you that, and kind of turns around and wanders off as if she doesn't want to talk or listen to you. Do you want to give her a persuasion roll, please?
I do. It's a 22, and I'm definitely going to add Bardic, and that's a D8.
Yes.
So that's a 26.
Nice.
All right. She starts wandering, she turns and starts leaving, and she has her basket in her hand. And then she just stops as if she's kind of like thinking about things. And she turns back and she says, "It was a good thing saving those people. It doesn't make up for everything, but it was a good thing." And she turns and starts walking away. Meanwhile, the rest of you, what are you going to do? Are you heading into town?
Yes.
Right. As you walk into town, it's late in the evening. You can see Colin is outside the Blue Lion Coster as you walk up. He calls out to you as you appear. And Gashar,
Sure way.
Hemo, you're back. Hey, he kind of runs up and he can see in the distance the families that are kind of wandering back to their homes in the far distant low hills that rise up on the southern part of Phandalin. And he looks, he goes, "You did it. You say you found them."
They were working in the mines.
Well, they were being forced to work in the mines.
Yes, what he said.
That is amazing. He kind of, "Well done, folks. Well done." He sort of shakes everyone's hand. He's like, I don't know how to thank you. We can't thank you.
Oh, I think we know the town is grateful to us. We wouldn't have kept to helping out otherwise.
And then he nods and he says, he nods and he's going to say, "Flander, do you want me to put you up for town speaker for tomorrow? We're not doing a town master, but we're looking for a town speaker."
Mm-hmm. I can do that.
Wait, you're not going to elect another town master? I thought
We talked
was
about
supposed
it.
to be a vote.
We talked about it, but we're going to elect a town speaker instead.
How long is the term?
And how is that different?
Well, a town speaker is more going to be a spokesperson, where the town master had more universal control over what was going on. We're going to spread the wealth of just things that have to happen in town. There's a lot to have happen, and we want the town to grow. So I'm going to stay on as a cartographer and a calligrapher and doing some paperwork for the town. That's what he said.
Sounds better than, I mean, gosh, we've run into a lot of power hungry people. It seems that might be a better way to go.
Exactly.
Yes,
I agree.
I could be town speaker for a time.
I'm trying to send word to Neverwinter to Lord Neverember to talk to him about what's going on in town here. I'm going to send word when Sister Gariel heads to Neverwinter.
Yeah. We need to make sure we see Sister Gariel before she leaves.
Please do. And then Flander, I'll let them know, and we'll put you up to a vote. When are you going to be back?
Oh,
Any idea on that?
4 or 5 days from tomorrow morning, probably.
At least.
Okay, 4 or 5 days. I'll let the town know. All right. Well, we'll put it up for a vote tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you so much. And Lenine walks out of the coster and looks and goes, "Well, I see you're all alive." And she smirks and she walks forward and kind of embraces everybody with a big smile. "It's so good to see you all." And
You are very pleasant today.
well, I'm just so happy the town has had these rat creatures taken care of. I take it there will be no more issues.
I don't know. We killed more at the mine. All of them.
Do you
at the
think
mine.
there's more out there?
Thanks for a second. Definitely. I don't know how close though.
Well,
Are you making silver weapons still?
I know that is the plan. I spoke with the smithy. They are implementing what you had asked them to do.
Smart.
Well,
I think the ones that they gave us worked very well.
Lenine says, I know that the miners here will be happy to get their hands on that mine that you said that you had found.
No, that is the orcs.
What?
Well, did you know about it? They did. They used it. It does their mine.
But didn't we free it? That's what Lenine says, and she kind of gives you that crooked eye.
From the were-rats, yes.
Who stole it from the orcs? It's
Well,
their mine.
Lenine kind of purses her lips, and she goes like,
He looks over,
didn't
leans
you-
over. Are you trying to steal?
"This is not stealing. You liberated it from these rats, right?"
For the orcs.
Yeah, it's theirs.
We look.
They are
We've-
vicious creatures.
I'm a vicious creature.
Yeah. Wait, just leave.
Yeah, you are.
Careful
No,
what you
we've
say is that.
She kind of
run
looks at
into-
Colin. Go ahead.
we've run into this tribe of orcs, and I think their problems with this town are solvable. I think we can bring peace between this town and the orcs, and part of that was they asked us to clear the mine for them, and in exchange, it's helped us broker peace. They've been an ally to us as we've been moving around here.
Yeah, do you
I
remember
think it's
Flander's
just
story?
a necessary thing.
He's pointing at him, like pointing these two. Look, listen, and Flander's story. He had a good story.
Lenine looks at you and says, that Grokar myth will not sit well. We have a mine to deal with. Let's talk about it later. She
You
turns around and she walks back into the blue line
You have
costume.
other minds.
I'm gonna run to the let's see, the Barthens.
All right, you can walk up to Barthen's. You make your way through town. You can see the town, though it's only been a day or so since all the happenings, at least wise, from a town perspective, it seems like things are partially normal. And the fact that you see people moving around, you don't see people leaving town, although some of the houses have been abandoned.
Good new house.
You walk up to Barthen's, and you can easily walk into the door. It's getting late, and you can see Barthen is sort of doing something on the shelves. He might be doing inventory. He has some scrolls and he's wandering. And as you walk open, he looks up and he says, yes, well, we probably, Wave, hi.
It is a wrath.
She goes back.
Okay, Wave.
Wrath.
We
No,
don't
she-
need any. I'm sorry. There's something I can help you with.
She changed her name.
I need
Are you going with him?
I need more incense.
Oh, yes. We can do that for you. Certainly, I should have some here. And he goes back and pulls it out, gathers it, and says it'll be about 5 gold pieces worth of material.
Get 2. Just in case.
You can buy extra if you want from him.
All right, yeah, I'll take 2.
If she gets
Alright.
2 or 3, will you give her a discount?
No, yeah, I have 2 here for you. Then he kind of gives you. He again looks at you like discount. Like, why would I do that? All right, you can do that enough. All right. Anything else you're gonna do?
No, that's all I needed.
All right. Anybody else gonna do anything here in town tonight? It's starting to get dark.
Probably just check into the inn.
All right, you walk over to the inn. You had not noticed it when you walked past over to Barthen's, but as you get to the inn, you can see the door over at Sister Guriel's house is open, and it attracts your attention. You can see outside of Sister Guriel's, there is a small cart. You recognize this cart. This is actually Colin's cart, but it's being packed. So she walks out of her house and she throws some supplies on the cart. You don't see the mule, but you just see the cart sitting there. You wave at her and she looks up and she says, Kashar, you're back.
We did not die.
right. Yeah, you gonna walk over and talk to her, or
Yeah. Anybody else coming?
Yeah.
Like would have
Who's
joined
got
back
the,
up with you
that
guys by
shield?
now.
Because I'm definitely calling that out. Sorry about that in advance.
Yeah. Finnis will come with,
Finnis?
yes.
all right, she walks up and she embraces you, each of you.
He's
She
like-
kind of hugs you, each one of you.
Look what we found. He's all
You found the
excited.
shield. Oh my word.
Sorry.
That's amazing. She's very excited when she sees Finnis walking up holding the shield, and she walks up and she kind of grabs at it. You know, your hands kind of holding it. She just grabs it, looks at it, but not even trying to take it off you, just looking at it.
Mhm.
And then she gives you and she embraces you. She says, "I'm so glad you found it."
Yes, it turns out luck has been on our side these last few days.
Can you have it?
Yes, of course. I wanted you to have it, but I didn't want it to get in the hands of those vile red brands.
He was. Glassstaff said he had no
They
use
were
for it.
quite vile.
He was going to send it to Spider.
Spider?
Yes.
Yeah. We've actually seen another letter from a guy called the Spider to Glassstaff. I guess they were working together in secret. Well, Glassstaff was supposed to be working for the Alliance.
Well,
Any spider sorts around here that you know of?
no, nothing about the spider. I've never heard of that name before, nor has it ever come across anything I've heard of with the Harpers or anything of those things.
Sense motive.
Go ahead, give me a sense motive. Give me an insight check, please.
17.
All right. You don't think that she is lying to you.
All right, good.
All right.
She's a tricksy.
She tells you, she says, I'm so happy that you came back. I'm leaving at first light. I'm heading up back to Neverwinter.
Do you have, as part of the Harpers, do you know anyone who can contact the Lord's Alliance? Because
Says, I will be contacting the Lord's Alliance. I'm heading back to Neverwinter for that purpose. I'm going to try to see if I'm going to try to speak with Neverember himself. I want to see if I can get Neverwinter to send a priest to help the town along with soldiers.
yeah, our original job so long ago was to figure out something for this guy who was also looking for Glassstaff. The Lord's Alliance needs to know that Glassstaff was acting against him, and also that he's been defeated.
Albrecht.
Yarno Albrecht.
Yarno, yes, he was here in town for a brief period. I met with him.
What did you think?
He didn't seem like anything. I know that he had come into town. They were looking at helping with the Lord's Alliance. He wasn't here very long, and then he just disappeared. I thought the Red Brands had got him. I don't.
Ha 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 ha! He was the Red Brands.
Wow, that's. I'm so happy you defeated him. Did you bring him? Did you bring him into custody?
Wraith,
Wrath.
No,
That's why she's Wrath now.
Wrath.
Well, come. We must pray to the divine. We must tell the Lady of Luck of your great deeds. Come with me. She wants to bring you over to the Lady of Luck, to the shrine of the Lady of Luck. And she asks you all to join hands and speak with the Lady of Luck with her.
As
Finnis
Gashar's
will
walking
put
over
down a
there.
gold piece in the shrine first.
As Gashar's walking over,
Wrath puts in 7.
he leans over to Wrath and he says, "Could I have 7 copper pieces too?
Why?
I don't have any, but I would like to make a donation."
There are copper pieces in the treasury, in the party treasury,
Oh, can I have some?
of course. How many do you want?
Well, why 7?
Because you did it.
But that does me. That's not
Lucky
you.
7.
In many of my readings, 7 has been revered as a lucky number. I figured you were making a connection.
Perhaps.
Just cocks his head back at you. Why not?
But she gives you 7.
Think. And I'll take the 7 from you as well.
You got to do 7 and 7.
So yeah, I'll throw 7 in, and I'll keep the other 7 copper for something else. He now
Okay.
has
Hemo just
7
chucks
copper
a
pieces
silver
on it.
in.
All right.
Yeah, same.
All right. Did everyone throw something in? I didn't catch. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Finnis, did you
yes.
throw money in? Okay, cool. All right. She grabs your hands as the 6 of you wrap hands with her, and she looks down, and she kind of inhales and closes her eyes and then says, "My fairest lady of luck, thank you for sending these brave heroes to this small, forgotten town in its time of need. Please bless them." And she kind of holds your hands as they complete the quest they started. Please watch over this town. These are good people who deserve better than what they have received so far. I will always be your humble servant. And she takes kind of your hands and kind of kisses each one of them and kind of holds whoever happens to be holding their hand closest to her, and close their eyes. What she doesn't see at first is the light that erupts from the circle of coins that sits upon the dais within the shrine. It bellows a soft, almost subtle light at first, pulsating. When it does that, 7 copper coins float up, wreathed in a gold aura of divine brilliance. They slowly begin circling above the patina bowl, each one lined with light that dances, and they spread out slowly from the bowl in an arc toward the 7 individuals that are arced around the bowl. What are you all going to do? You open your eyes and see these each one of you has a copper coin floated toward you, including Sister Gariel herself.
I will take one of those copper coins from the air.
All right, you reach out and grab it. When you do, the light just kind of fades, and you have the coin in your hand.
I'll grab it.
Yep.
I'll grab one.
As does Sister Gariel. 7
Mhm.
coins laid out to her.
Has it done this for you before, sister?
She looks at
This is
it.
Very strange.
She says, "No, this has never happened.
He looks directly at Wrath. Will you tell us what this is?
The Lady of Luck has served us."
It's a true act of the divine.
This is beautiful.
She
Is
says,
this still worth anything?
"I don't know what these tokens are. I'll have to pray on it tonight."
Fascinating.
She looks and smiles. She says, "The Lady of Luck will be with us on this journey, I am sure."
We can travel with you. Actually, she looks no hard feelings, right?
She kind of looks at you and she says, "At this point, I cannot feel ill will toward anyone that the divine has blessed."
No, that's good. We can travel with you. We are heading that way. We are
Flander
heading to
takes
Thunder
his.
Tree, and that is on the way.
Yes.
If
I will
Flander
leave-
takes his, and he just sort of Flander takes his and he sticks it into the strings of his lute.
All
just
right.
above the nut.
Perfect.
Lucky loot.
All right. In game terms, this is a copper token of luck. Each token grants its wielder advantage 3 times before becoming useless.
Wow. Nice.
Ooh.
Advantage 3 times, you said.
Yeah, you can use it at any time. At any time, you can use it for attack rolls, for saving throws, whatever you'd
What's
want.
it called?
It is a copper token of luck. So each token grants its wielder advantage 3 times before it becomes useless.
3 uses. And then it's just a regular copper.
Then it's just a
piece.
regular
Don't mix
copper
it with the
piece.
rest of your copper tokens, everyone. Cool. Very cool.
I
Sister,
think Hemo puts his on a necklace.
But you ask Wrath why?
No, he just wanted you to investigate this later, but we got the details from it
Oh,
already.
okay.
And as far as traveling with, he just wanted to make sure that we were going to the right place.
Sister Guriel says she says I feel that it will be great that the last people I see from Phandalin will be you. And she says, "Please come back in the morning and we will leave them." She smiles and she's very elated by what just happened. She bounds back toward into her house, almost giggling, somewhat almost childlike for the first time. You haven't really seen her so much like that. And she runs back into her place to continue her work of packing up her belongings. All right, what are you guys going to do? You going back to the inn?
Yeah.
Let's see what Flander can do tonight. Or Flander and who wants to do juggling?
I could do a performance.
All right. You enter into the
And tonight
tavern.
we will juggle together.
You enter into the
I've got a
tavern.
bunch of extra short swords now. I wonder if we could try these.
He's walking in like,
They immediately cheer when you come in. And are you going to offer to play for them for the night?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
absolutely.
You lean into the owner of the tavern and you ask him quickly if you can play, and of course he says, absolutely, you're welcome to play here anytime you want, Flander, anytime. And you see Toblin's wife leans over and says, anytime, and then she grabs your hand and pulls you forcefully down and looks at you and says, but no daggers.
No, these
No
are
daggers.
swords.
Right.
The short swords.
They're different.
As you gotta release your hand, she looks at her husband and she rolls her eyes. She goes, I'm not fixing anything.
Do you have any wooden ones?
No.
There's no sport.
I'm a fighter. Why do I need a wooden sword?
So that you don't accidentally stab this guy. He points at whoever's like in front.
The guy looks at you like,
He's very good. Don't worry. I saw him do that in combat.
and you see he
Oh, no, see,
steps
I can do
back-
like 3 in the air at
steps
once.
back and moves to the chair next to him and waves his buddy over who was not paying attention and says, seat, I got you a seat here. He sits down, he goes, hi, I got a seat. And he sits down, he's all happy.
Nod. Yes.
Are you gonna
Don't roll a
perform?
one.
Are you gonna perform for tonight?
Yep.
All right.
And
Uh,
before just as we take the stage, I will gesture say, my friends, I would like to present to you Hemo. He is a
Yeah.
juggler extraordinaire, and he fought with us at the Battle of Connieberry, where he single-handedly took out 5, no, 10, no, 20, no, 50 goblins with one stroke.
50 guys.
Please welcome Hemo. And he does a cartwheel off the stage and
Oh
gives
my God,
Hemo an
he can
encouraging
cartwheel.
nod and bardic inspiration for his performance.
Oh,
Do it.
All right,
Got
Hemo,
it.
what are you gonna do?
well, I'm no showman like Flander here.
And they all drink. They slam their glasses down.
Just a practitioner of dangerous juggling. And I guess I'll use some of I've got a bunch of daggers, but if I can use the short swords I found.
Go for it.
Do it.
Are you gonna give us a eloquent and exciting juggling routine?
Yeah, I think this time Hemo tries to like narrate a battle with the rat folk.
Excellent. You're gonna kind of tell what's going on and use
Yeah,
the
he narrates a battle of a bunch of sword fighters going up against a bunch of evil rats in big red cloaks.
Flander will add a few little embellishments and give him advantage for any roll. Perhaps.
Flander. Boom. They drink and put their mugs down.
And when he's like punctuating points, and then I took one's tooth right out with one clean stroke. He like faints dangerously close to the guy who sat down in front. Oh, watch it. It was just that close to his neck.
Ooh, they kind of dance around. They kind of laugh. They kind of laugh
He
at each
does
other.
the thing where he pretends to drop it, and will catch it with his mage hand. Oh, almost in the stab zone there.
All right, give me with advantage. Give me a performance check,
And your bardic inspiration.
and you get bardic inspiration on top of it.
20. Let's
Add
just
your
go
bardic.
ahead and add the D8.
On.
26.
Nice.
All right, they all cheer and they laud the story. They're having a great time in the bar. They throw coins up at the bar toward you. One guy, it kind of almost jokingly laughs and kind of like takes the coin and like literally tries to throw it at your swords as they're being juggled. He kind of taps it away. He thinks that, and then a couple of people start trying to do that, like literally trying to throw it at your swords as they tap and try to hit you as a game. They begin doing this as you're juggling
You
and
could
telling
probably
swords.
pretty easily parry those.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Oh,
You're just kind of throwing it up there.
Right into a cup, perhaps. Ting, ting.
It's like Mentos at a Foo Fighter concert.
I think he finishes his performance with a little bit of dancing lights. And the moment glass staff erupted into flame, and he uses his dancing lights and just fills the room with like orange.
They all start cheering.
Orange balls flying around the room.
Hemo killed the glass staff. Hemo is the hero of glass staff. Hemo, Flander. Oh, they all drink.
All
And
right.
they run up and grab you and lift you up and begin cheering, hoisting you around as the hero who destroyed Glassstaff, the evil bearer of the were rats.
Oh,
Could I buy you
suddenly
another
this doesn't-
drink? Wrath.
It is fine. I don't want fame. I want fortune.
I didn't do this.
I don't.
All right.
I'm a storyteller. I didn't. All right.
I don't need notoriety. I need power.
You're going to get 11 silver pieces for your trouble and 6 gold. Nice
Whoa.
haul.
I'll split it with Flander.
Flander! They all
I'll give
drink.
him 6 of the silver and how much of the gold?
Odd numbers.
There were 6 gold total.
Okay. I'll take 3 gold and 5 silver. You get 6 gold and 5 silver.
3 gold.
Or 6 silver and 3 gold. Yeah.
All right, you spend the evening. Anything else you're going to do tonight? You've had a long day. You had this fight with these were rats. You the night before you recovered. You've walked back. Anything else before the night's up?
Actually, when these guys are done with their performance, I'm sure we'll go walk down to the Sleeping Giant and see what's going on at that place. If it's been built up.
Absolutely. Who is going on there?
I didn't tell anybody. I just get up and
All right. Meanwhile,
Oh, Hemo's halfway
Gar
through a
slips
bottle of
out the
wine.
back.
He's
Uh,
staying in.
Yeah. We'll say since you were talking to Waif, maybe Waif probably knows that you've snuck out unless you want to sneak out.
No,
without
Actually,
her.
Wrath will actually leave as well, but she's going to go find an abandoned house to perform her rituals.
Well, you guys might be going to the same space.
Yeah. So Gashari walks out and you kind of walk out at the same time. He's like, I was going to go see if the other inn was being used, if that dwarf was still going to have her place. What are you doing? Do you want to accompany me?
I can go with you, yes. I just need a quiet place.
It might be quiet. Okay, let's go.
All right, you walk down past Thel's house, past a few other houses to the Sleeping Giant. You can see that the Sleeping Giant is still what almost looks exactly like it was before. It has some fire damage on the one side closest to the street to the right. The door is closed, and it looks like they kind of loosely boarded up the hole where the fire is, but it's not. You could easily climb inside or walk inside of it. The inn is just looks like it's been abandoned right now.
There's no lights on the main floor, second floor.
Nothing, no lights on at all.
Is a shame. Although probably not much traffic here in town currently. I don't want her to lose it. I think she was not participating.
So Wave thinks for a moment, and she's going to go to Harbin's house.
All right, you easily can walk down to Harbin's house. Go for it. You walk through the fields to the south, and you can see that there is nothing stopping you. You see the lights on of the houses. They don't seem abandoned. There's 1 or 2 that are dark, but you can see through the light curtains or that are in the windows, families moving around. It's late in the evening, so they're probably getting ready to bed down soon. But you can walk across the field to Harbin's house. What would you like to do?
Bashar comes with,
yeah.
by the way, unless you tell him not
No,
to. He's
no.
just kind of quietly walking with you because he doesn't know what we're
Wrath
doing.
had an idea. So goes and looks through those. Are the papers? Is everything as it was? I mean, it was only.
Well,
a day or
actually,
two.
it looks like it's been partially cleaned out. Looks like somebody had gone through and started cleaning out in here.
I was looking for the deed to the.
That would be upstairs.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk up and look for the
that.
deed.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 20% chance that it's still there. No, the deed is not there. You know that the town was selling it though.
The Harbin had it to sell.
Yeah. You know that Harbin was selling it right from the town. So whoever has it may be selling it. So you can definitely talk to anybody in the town about that later.
No. If I had the deed, it was mine. This is fine.
Right.
Well, she'll bed down here. I mean,
You can stay here.
there's-
The upstairs doesn't look like it's been touched. Like it looks like people have been cleaning downstairs.
But it's pretty
So
gross upstairs, though.
prestidigitation just to
Yeah.
clean the area.
Yeah, no problem. All right, you're gonna stay
And
here
then she's
too.
Sure.
All right.
gonna do her summoning of her
All right.
I'll-
What
I'll-
shape do you want to summon?
owl.
I'll do lookout. But I'll be glancing back every once in a while to see what you're doing because it is very interesting.
You cast your spell within the what is it in? It's in a
Raspberry.
raspberry. You cast your spell within the brash brazier and summon forth the
Where
energy from the divine or from the arcane energy, and from it emerges the bird, the owl, silently sprawling out, wings fluttering for almost a second until it just silently soars and lands and perches. It looks at you
Sorry about that.
and it kind of goes back and nubs at his wing a little bit.
Greens.
Takes his little claw and rubs it a little bit. Just looks at you. All right. Anything else going to happen tonight? Cool. All right. You settle down for the night. The next day emerges a new dawn within the day. It is partially overcast. Looks like there may be some storms coming, but not today, or at least not this morning.
I've
Are you
seen
gonna-
wizards do that. Are you a wizard?
I'm wizard like.
He nods.
Yeah, when you wake up in the morning, you can see that that owl is there still. The spell is
Actually,
not
I would have
finished.
sent it to perch on top to watch.
Okay. So when you emerge from the house the next day, you will find the owl is out watching. Always watching.
I will.
All right. You guys gonna regather with
Yeah, let's
Sister
head back to
Guriel?
Mhm.
All right. Anything else you're gonna do in the morning now? You're here in Phandalin. The rest of you.
Hemo pulls out the bag of holding and says, "Oh, we need to. Maybe all this stuff belongs in the townmaster's hall. Maybe we can set it up there with Colin, and I'll just dump it out, and he can set up an event for people to come in and get their stuff."
Seems like a good idea.
Finnis, did you give Waif the thing?
Which thing? The little mechanical device?
Yeah,
Yes.
I will try and identify that too before we get moving.
It's not magical.
Okay. Can you do an Arcana check to ascertain what it is.
You can
what
do
its
an
function?
investigation check. It's an investigation,
Not Arcana.
not Arcana.
8.
You're not sure.
It moves though.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of rings. It's got a bunch of like arcs, and everyone has circles on the ends and of various forms, and it just moves around in a circle.
Being well studied, can I give help to that?
Oh,
To
that's
advantage?
wizards carry that sometimes. It's
You
called a
certainly have.
fidget orrery.
All right, so if you want to roll a second time for advantage, that'd be helping,
Okay.
pointing out stuff.
Oops.
Maybe you'll get better than 8. That's
19.
better.
19. All right. You're not sure. And then you're in the morning, you're having a conversation with Gashar, and Gashar mentions some things about some stuff he has studied. And you come to the realization that, oh, this measures this measures the rotation and the position of the moon. It looks like it's doing the measurements of the positions of the moon as it waxes and wanes across the month.
Probably
So
saw
is it
some,
like the calendar?
It's like a calendar.
some
Yeah.
astronomical
It's-
stuff
yeah.
back in.
It's a
Neverwinter.
lunar calendar.
I give it back to you, Finnis, and tell you what it is.
I mean, that makes sense. They are were rats. They probably want to keep track of the moon cycle.
We might be too.
Good point.
Is there a way to remove this curse? In case we have it.
I have the ability to cleanse it, I believe. I just, it takes a lot out of me. And I'd rather wait until I'm confirmed that we have it.
Okay, but then I might be biting you.
That's one way to confirm. I'm fine though. I think.
It's literally like, yeah, I feel something. Oh, I guess you're infected, huh? That's what it is. That
Is that what's with the rat teeth,
is.
the fur?
Okay.
Have you seen a were-dragon kind
Okay. You got it.
before?
Oh God,
Were dragons? Jesus.
Well,
a were-rat dragon. That sounds just like a mess.
There, rat dragon.
All right, you come out and you can see Sister Gabrielle has the mule. She has the mule that she probably purchased from Colin. Colin's mule's there. If you recall, you do have a wagon and 2 oxen if you want to take them with you.
I
But
hope someone
she's-
was feeding them.
What's that?
I hope someone was feeding them for the 10 days we've been running around town.
You don't know.
dead.
That may have been maybe what you had for dinner at the inn last night.
Oh no.
Oh,
So as you go up to Sister Gabrielle, she is just finishing up attaching the mule to the attaching the mule
Hitching 'em up.
to the actual cart itself. And she has the cart isn't even nearly full. It's just got some of her belongings in there. You don't think she had very much personal, but
What about your chair?
she says this belongs to the house.
Hmm. Hmm.
She says you're welcome to stay in it if you want while I'm gone.
Well, we're coming with you.
Okay.
wait, are you not returning after your visit to Neverwinter?
She says my part of this, my story here is done. I'm moving on. I came for a purpose. You helped me solve that purpose. I'm returning to Neverwinter, and I don't know where my next path will lead. I don't know if I'll ever come back again.
But you might.
I'm sure they'll miss you here, but
You know, they were looking for a speaker.
I have work to do with the Harpers. I will miss everybody here for sure, but that's the nature of what we do. We come and solve and take part in what we need to, and then off we go to the next adventure. I have this, and she kind of touches her hip where a satchel is. You think maybe the book is inside there? She says that, and this is the next leg, the next step of our adventure. Sorry to say, I'll hate to part with you, but I hope you find your dwarven friend. Those rock seekers just appeared in the camp room up there. That can't be good. But as it is, looks like we will be diverging soon.
well, we still have a couple days travel. No need to say all our goodbyes just yet. I do have one last thing to do
Sure.
down at the town master's hall.
All right, you can head down there. Colin is there bright and early. He's sweeping out the front, kind of
Classic
pushing the pushing the dirt out of the front with a broom.
Oh, are the floors nice and clean now?
Yeah, they are. And he sees you walking. He's Hemo. Hey, how you doing?
Colin, oh man, you are really helping out this town so much.
Well, I do what I can here. I mean, I don't want to be a speaker or anything. I just want to help people.
Well, we're all helping in our own way. And you know how you can help us, actually, is we found a whole bunch of belongings out in the mines that was taken from townspeople. Do you think you could help organize an event to just get everybody their stuff back?
Well, I can cast a spell, which I can create a shell, and we can carry stuff in. If you need me to carry it, I can. If we need to go to the mines, I can help you carry it back. It's a ritual spell. I can do that.
Oh, fantastic. Well then, here, Hemo takes the bag of holding and inverts it. And 100 pounds of personal belongings just go scattering all across the floor.
He steps back and he's really
Look at all this.
surprised.
It's fantastic. We found all this. I'm sure people will be so happy to have their stuff back.
He looks at you and then he reaches forward and he just slightly touches the edge of the bag of holding, kind of looking at it like, how did you get all that stuff out of that one little bag?
Oh, we did a lot of packing.
It's bigger on the inside.
That too.
He leans down. And he says, "Do you think that this is stuff from the townsfolk?"
Oh yeah. The townspeople we found locked up in there. They already got their stuff. They seemed to recognize a lot of the others, and we figured we'd just bring it all back.
Awesome.
Do a lost and found.
Excellent. Hemo, I will give you inspiration for returning the people's materials back to the townsfolk.
Oh, maybe Colin needs it. He's got a lot of sweeping to do now.
Yeah, he's got to do some cleanup, but he gets his own inspiration on his own schedule.
I hope that's inspiring work for him.
All right. He takes it and you see he kind of starts sorting through it. And he looks back and he goes, "Well, you're heading up then to your other destination?"
Yeah, Thunder Tree awaits. This you might have the right idea. This job just keeps getting more and more complicated.
Did you say rat idea?
He says, "Well, good luck. Make use of that ring."
We will. We have.
All right. Well, take care, and then I hope to see you back here soon.
You as well.
Say if you see Sister Gariel on your way out, tell her that I wish her luck as well.
Will do.
All right. He closes the door and you can see him kind of through the glass looking at all the stuff on the floor, trying to sort through it.
Emo's really glad he didn't have to sort through any of that. He goes back up and rejoins everybody
All right,
else.
don't forget to mark your inspiration down.
Yep.
Cool. All right. You return back to the group and you're going to head off, right? Anything else you're going to do here in town?
Are we taking our cart?
It's up to you. You can tell me what you want to do.
The weather seems like it's going to be a little rough. Do we want to take the cart?
Do we have anything we need to transport?
Not particularly. I suppose we could be lighter just walking.
I don't carry the weight. I do not handle the beasts, so.
Maybe someone in town can use them.
We can hang on to them, but when we actually do leave.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to keep them because I don't intend on staying in this town forever.
I'm imagining the oxen are like an impound lot. You go to get them like a month later. They're like, "It'll be 300 gold, please."
I mean, they've been feeding them this whole time. I suppose it's fair.
That one eats a lot. So anyway, no problem. You guys are going to take off with Sister Guriel.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
You gather outside of her home. She climbs up on her steed and you begin the slow, arduous journey out of Phandalin, leaving behind as you look back as the trail leads up toward the Triboar Trail. You can kind of see the town slowly fading distant into nothing. Sister Guriel kind of gives a longing look behind. You think that she might have missed this town more than she even let on. But she then turns back with a stiff lip, nods, and with a quiet ride, you begin your journey up toward Neverwinter and toward the town that you're going to go see, Thunder Tree.
So on the way, Waif will cast the fireball into the ring.
What's your name?
Wrath will cast fireball into
Wraith.
All right, Wraith.
Oh, no,
Wrath casts fireball into the ring.
and then she rests. She'll just
Sure.
rest on the cart.
All right, you're gonna ride in the cart cart with her. All right, she doesn't have a problem with that. You guys are okay. You guys travel. The storm never really comes around. It's kind of cold and blustery a little bit as you walk and take the road up the trail. It takes you quite a number of days until you find, it takes you about a little over 2 days with the wagon until you get to a division of the road right about here. This road, you stop and you see signs, and one sign says Helm's Hold, and the other one says Neverwinter, pointing in two perpendicular directions.
Okay, bye, sister.
She stops and she looks at you and she laughs and she says, "I was expecting that."
Is this where we part ways?
Yeah, I think this is where we do. Again, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the town, for me, for Myrna, for everybody. And I'm sorry about whatever happened at my place that one day. I don't know what that was. Maybe we were both overreacting. Maybe just me.
I think it was just you.
I think it was just a reaction.
She
Which
laughs.
is fair.
She laughs and she says, "Anyway, I don't want to leave with any ill will. I have my own journey, and I don't know if I'll ever see you again. So I hate to part with any bad feelings anyway. But I know you're just looking out for everybody. You're all good people."
I love you too.
He walks up and gives you a hug. She embraces you.
I'll give
And
her a big hug back.
she kind of goes
I'm
around
sure
and
our
embraces
paths will cross
everybody.
again.
Yeah.
You did save my life. So for that, I am forever grateful. If you're ever up in the high forest, if your journeys ever take you that way, just say you met me in Right Thy Waythor, and perhaps they'll let you in.
And she smiles and she takes your wrist and kind of turns them up and she sees the scars on here. And she says, and try to practice more. And she kind of laughs and
Oh, there's more where that comes from, for
Hasn't it been
sure.
100 years.
Finnis, I will miss you. I'll miss you as well. Best of luck with her lady's graceful shield. I hope it protects you.
It will serve me well. I can feel it.
Flander, my friend, you won't need me to miss you. You're going to have a whole town to cheer for you.
Well, I'm sure our paths will cross again.
I
Goodbye,
hope so.
sister.
I've not had a chance of quite enjoying all of the great performance you've had, but from what everyone told me, it's been magnificent. And,
You're too
and she,
kind.
He'll
she
get
says,
the facts
she says-
right in his stories eventually.
Oh, I hope not.
And finally, she looks over at Eck and she says, "This is my friend, my follower, Romater, my protector of the town. I've not known you for very long, but I'm happy that I have met you. Your letter meant a great deal to me. Thank you for bringing it all the way from Triboar."
Yes, it was a pleasure getting to know you as well, and I'm glad to hear it was good tidings in the letter.
It was. Thank you so much. All right. And Waif, she kind of smiles at you. She says, "I know that there's more to you than just that gruff outer appearance." And she kind of laughs and she says,
Perhaps.
and then she kind of gives her mule a little shot, and the mule starts moving around, and then she looks back with a smile, with a smirk, and she says, "But I have been known to be wrong before." And she laughs. Bye. She's waving as she's moving, as she leaves down the town, heading toward the north to the town of Neverwinter and away from your presence. You sit and watch her. You sit and watch her until she kind of fades off, leaving you on the trail that leads to Helm's Hold and Thunder Tree. Do you guys want to actually go to Helm's Hold, or do you want to skip Helm's Hold and go to Thunder Tree?
I will.
What do we know of Helm's Hold?
In her cart and just
At various points.
weird places.
Give me a knowledge history roll, and I will let you know what you know about Helm's Hold.
We're getting a little closer to where, oops, that was at advantage. 9 then.
So you know that Helm's Hold is located about 20 miles southeast of Neverwinter, not far from the edge of the Neverwinter woods. It's a stretch of forest full of wild magic, known as the Watcher's Forest.
Ooh.
I got a 13.
The hold was originally led by its founder, first guardian Dumal Arand, and his title was he was a title of New Protectorate. So, and that the town has been around for a long time. It was at one time mostly just a temple for Helm and for the Helm's priests, but it has slowly grown to be a small little town, and it sits up on a little bit of a hill right next to the river, and it's well fortified. You think that you can probably find good lodgings there and good rest, and things like that. It's kind of like, think of it like a small keep, but with additional stuff like that. You don't think that? Let me see if there's anything else. You know that in the time following the cataclysm and the spell plague, that there were barbarians that kind of invaded the town, and have since had series of problems with the Helm's Hold. But as of late, you don't think that Helm's Hold now has been safely secured under the Neverember symbol and under Neverwinter's watch.
Okay.
Neverwinter, Neverember. Very negative here. Just never.
Never anything.
Maybe it's never bad instead of never good.
All right. What would you like so you're free to take the road, and you're free to, if you want to enter into Helm's Hold, you're welcome to, or you can circumvent Helm's Hold and be right on your way to the forest and town of Thunder.
I guess do we know if Thunder Tree is similarly populated? Because if Thunder Tree is not populated, I'd like to stop in Helm's Hold and ask about the area.
Give me a history check.
18.
You know that just from discussions around town that Thunder Tree was the subject of the blast that hit from Mount Hotenow many years ago. The blast leveled part of the town, and the town itself was overwrought with undead. It's never recovered.
An undead bomb?
You know that Myrna came from here, and Myrna had told you that her apothecary had once had a necklace left here in her apothecary, and she said that you could take it as reward for the only thing of value she had left.
Yes, we need to go there.
All right.
Well, if Thunder Tree is a ghost town, Hemo's going to say, well, why don't we stop in Helm's Hold? Maybe we can ask people about the area. Maybe see if they've seen any red cloaks running around, stuff like that. Plus, it'd be nice to sleep in something that's not a cart for once.
For sure.
And then we have to share the cart.
You and your delicate elven backside.
Well, don't need a lot of time to trance, but I like to be comfortable.
I thought you'd like to be in the woods. You're green and hugging trees and whatnot.
I'm from the woods, of course.
All right. You take the road toward Helm's Hold. At night, you appear at the Helm's Hold. I'll give you some more information on it. In the distance, you can see that it is itself a walled city. You can see in the distance the Helm's Cathedral rising in the backside of the town. As you approach from the west, the east side has a large cathedral. The town's walls are tall, leading up 40, 50 feet in places. It is riding up on a hill. This place is well fortified. What are you going to do? Are you going to approach?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You say it was evening?
Yes, it's definitely the evening.
Good time.
All right, you enter the gates. The Helm's Hold soldiers there stop you at the gates. They wish to examine your weapons, and they kind of look at everything you've got, and they start looking. They want to kind of have you open up and see what you have for weapons on you and things like that.
Yeah.
All right. They look at all your things, and they nod and they say, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Where are you looking to go?
We look over at the bard.
Where is your local tavern?
Says, if you're looking for something nearby, I suggest you go to the Dirty Dwarf.
Dirty dwarf.
It's right down the road there. He points down. He looks past a cobblestone street. These streets are pressed together tight. Unlike Phandalin, where everything seems to be well open, or even Neverwinter, where everything seems to be tall and big and somewhat spread out. Here in this little fortification, everything seems to be pressed together tiny, as if they're constantly trying to fit more stuff within the confines of the wall. And you are sort of feeling almost claustrophobic in the oppressive sort of streets that barely let a wagon or two through. There's not a lot of population outside, but there are a lot of people in this little area.
So one-way streets?
Yeah, they're one-way streets for the most part. They're actually two-way streets. People just have arguments about which way that they're supposed to go.
No. Guys, come on.
All right. He points you to the Dirty Dwarf. You can head down there. You head down the road. The people here kind of eyeing you a little bit as you're walking. As you have a lot of weapons. What you see is you walk up and you see a dwarf, a picture of a dwarf with a giant mug of ale that he's drinking, and he's looking over kind of down at you like in a whimsical fashion.
Don't mind if I do, Mr. Dwarf.
All right, you walk into this inn in this place, and you can immediately see that there is, ironically speaking, an elven woman sitting there behind the counter as you walk up. She looks up as you walk in, and she gives you a smile, and she says, "Ah, well met, friends. Outsiders, I see. Come for a room?"
How did you know?
I can smell the road in any man.
Well, our road has brought us many tales and great songs of valor and glory. We would be happy to perform some of them for you.
She says, "Speaking of tale, I have some that you can buy from me if you wish."
Purchase a tale.
Of course. We have elven tale, human tale. What kind of tale are you looking for, my friend?
Charlene's over to you, Hemo, and really awkwardly, somewhat loudly says, "I think they are prostitutes."
Beck is kind of blushing.
Flanders I know the drill.
What kind of tale can I get you, my friends? Or did you just come to partake in the beverages for tonight?
A drink in a room is all the action I'm looking for tonight. Thank you.
Yes, just beverages for me, please. Yep.
Well,
and have you a place where I can perform?
I do, and that will cost you 25 gold for that tale, and then you can perform all you want.
Now, hold on. Okay. We're being coy here, but I think you're calling multiple different things tale. This man is a fantastic singer. Is there anywhere he can sing to entertain your guests, and in exchange, maybe we'll get some rooms out of it? No
He does have that ability.
other kinds of tale involved? Is that...
Give me a persuasion roll.
I assume the bard's involved in this because that's part of your ability, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and I have by popular demand so that I can perform, and they will gladly provide room and board. Will provide me accommodations for the night.
What'd you get for your persuasion?
14 to his persuasion.
All right, you roll a 14?
He did.
All right. She looks over and says, "Well, if you'd like to all squeeze into a room, we have one available. I can let you have for the night."
Well, we're all traveling together anyways. Wouldn't be too much different.
We can all smell the road on each other.
Speak for yourself.
She says, "Pay no mind to the mixed company. Some come for the tail, and some come for the suds. Help yourself."
Some for the tail, some for the ale.
She points to a kind of a small passage, and you can hear in the distance the din coming from behind a door, a closed door. Behind her, there's another passage where you don't hear anything.
Yet.
She says, well, have fun, boys. And she kind of looks at you, and she looks at you, and she goes, and there's stuff here for you too, honey.
Hard pass, thank you.
All right, bye. She kind of watches as you guys kind of wander down.
Thank you.
You can open the door. When you open the door, you can hear kind of the loud din of your typical bar fare. You can see people.
Oh, good. We found the right door.
You see people.
Oh, thank gods.
You see people drinking and having a good time. A bunch of people just delivering drinks or whatever. And in the back corner, you can see a balding man sitting back there, and he's kind of like has drinks, and a bunch of people are sitting around as he's talking, and he just sort of gives you a looks up at you, and then looks back down. What are you guys gonna do?
Drink wine. That's what Hemo's gonna do.
Nice.
Flander's gonna tune up his lute and get up on the stage and start giving some rollicking songs.
All right, you walk up there, and when you do, you can see that when you get there, you can see this balding man. He looks up at you. He has kind of a purple, like emblem. It might be a tattoo or some kind of symbol. It could even be magical on it, but part of his face is purple, and he has like a circle. And he just kind of looks up at you, and he kind of gives a smile when you start performing. What's the rest of you guys gonna do?
When Flander gets up and starts performing, Finnis kind of posts up at the corner of the bar, and he's going to use his heightened perception to just survey the room and kind of keep an eye out.
All right, Flander, you begin performing, and per the usual, you get it doesn't take you long to get the crowd roaring and having a good time. Mm-hmm. You see, most of the people are laughing at your jokes and talking. You see that, but you're noticing from your vantage point that there are women who come in and some young men. They come in and talk to clients, and occasionally some of those pairs leave off together. In the meantime, you're having a great time performing at the bar, and when you're finally done, people are cheering and raving to you. You also get your free room, of course, but you earn yourself 9 gold pieces.
Sweet
Performance.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. You hear a voice from that balding man. He goes, "Hey, that was a great performance. Hey, come sit with me. I will buy you a drink."
Well, thank you, good sir. And who might you be?
Who, me? No. Never mind me, my friend. You must meet my friend. And he reaches down and he pulls himself out a little tiny, looks like a rodent or a hamster or something. And he looks and he goes, "This is my friend Boo. You talk to Boo and I will answer. What is this, man?" "Hi, you know." "He is a good singer. Yes, he tells a story. Some sit. Boo would like to hear a story." No, trust me, Boo. He will tell you a great story of great hamster. You know many, right?" Hey.
And I will sit down and address the gerbil. And this is one of my best, and relate to him the tale of Sir Eckankar.
All right, you give him the whole story, and he says, "Hey, it is good thing I was not there, because you point, I punch." Hey, what do you say, Boo? Is this a great story? It's kind of starts kind of just moving around like a hamster would, and he says, "Boo, my friend, he agrees." He puts him in his little pocket, and Boo, the little hamster, is moving around. He says, "One thing for sure, we stand for justice here." He looks around. He goes, "Hey, I would like to meet the Eckankar."
Well, perhaps I can arrange that. Might I know your name?
"Oh, I am Minsk." "And this is my friend Boo." "Ahoy."
I am Flander O'Donnell of the House O'Donnell, and I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
"Yes, we have traveled through Sword Coast. We are great adventurers. That is what we do."
And I will motion over to Eckankar. Is it Eckankar? There's someone here who would like to meet you.
Sure. And you'll wander over.
"You are great, Eckankar. Welcome, my friend. Please, drinks at my table are for free."
I don't know anything about great, but yes, my name is I am Eckankar, but And even Flander can call me Eck. He'll
You
sit
are
down.
a great paladin, are you not?
Yes, my of Ilmater.
Oi, ill meter, my friend. Oh, he suffers for all of our sins. Nothing like that for us. Yes, where we go, evil stands aside.
Oh, tell me who you are. You seem to be the adventurous sort.
This is Minsk. He's buying us drinks.
We are butt kickers for goodness.
You know,
That is what we do. We travel
Yes,
the
it's,
Sword Coast.
Minsk, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'll extend a hand over to him.
He reaches over and gladly shakes your hand. He smiles and he says, please, you will drink your fill.
Oh,
I have just heard of your great tale in this great town. Ahoy! I must say, I'm quite impressed.
well, thank you. And he'll absolutely take another drink. He'll down the one he has and grab another one.
And
Yes,
so, Mr. Minks, where do you hail from?
I am heading down south to Baldur's Gate. I am meeting some companions there.
Oh, that's
I
quite a
see.
ways. That's quite a ways.
I do have a travel quite a ways, but one cannot go too far to make way for villainy. For heroes are coming through, right? Oi!
Yes. He's good.
Every
yeah.
hamster has his day. Is that not right, Boo? Armor, shopping, we are ready to go.
Is this guy just part of a different campaign? Just kind of crossing paths?
Oh,
He seems very jovial.
He's actually a PC.
yeah.
We're his NPCs.
Making Eck real happy. It's a pleasure meeting you. I rarely do I get to meet the sort as jovial as you, with so much zeal.
I have zeal tonight, but mostly I make swords, not words. So for now, please drink at my table. I must be on my way. But if you need anything, let me know. What are you seeking to find? I can probably point you in the right direction.
Yes. And do you happen to know if there's a armor in town?
Do I know if there is an armor in town? Of course I know if there's an armor in town. You go to Lita Rank. She is a dwarven trader. You will find her nearby. Yes, you tell her I have sent you, and she will give you twice the price. I kid you. You tell her I bring you, and you will get great discount. She is great fan of Boo. Is it not right, Boo?
Isn't there some other
Thank you for the information.
you wanted to find out?
I'll be sure to mention your name.
You can ask if you want.
That's Mr. Minsk, correct?
Yes.
Waif's like in the corner of
Boo.
the tavern, just looking.
All right. Do you want to come up and ask this Minsk person anything?
Yeah, she's clearly uncomfortable in the tavern. What do you know of Thunder Tree?
Oh, Thunder Tree. It is not a good place to go, you see. They have there a great population of the undead. I would go there and clear it myself, but I have told my friends I would be in Baldur's Gate. But as is, Hamid, shopping, I'm ready to go. I must be on my way. But if you go to Thunder Tree, be cautious, my friend. And I have heard rumor that there is there a dragon, a green dragon. You do not want to mess with them.
Green.
Yes,
Echo
green dragon. Hoo-hoo.
No mention of a white dragon in the area.
You, my friend, I have told you what I know. You look like you need a drink. Would you like to sit and join me?
I am good. What kind of undead?
They are zombies. They have wandered out. A long time ago, the Mount Hotter now, it blew. Ba-boom! And when it did so, it left behind ash and thunder. And from it, the elemental fires roared. And from the fires, elementals swept across the land. And after that, zombies. I would love to go on this adventure with you. I am getting so energized. You point, I punch, yes?
Yes.
I mean, if you wanted to punch zombies with us,
I would
wish
be
I
happy
could.
to bring him in along.
Perhaps I shall find you on the road again after my journey to Baldur's Gate. I hear there's a young fellow from Candlekeep who is making his way to that way. But I talk out of turn. I should not talk of my business. He kind of touches his little hamster that's peeking out of his pocket. It kind of crawls out on his shoulder. Goes.
Does that hamster seem magical?
I don't know. Do you have a way to detect? Are you going to ask him about the hamster?
Yes. How did you come by your friend Boo there?
Oh, you ask a daring question, my friend. You must understand. I did not find Boo. Boo found me. He asked me. For he is a giant miniature space hamster, and he tell me. He said, Minsk, I am on a great journey. You will be my servant, and you will follow me to battle. And I say to him, armor, sharpened, I'm ready to go. So I am but a servant, my friend. Boo is the hero. It is right, Boo. Don't worry. He did not understand.
Well, perhaps Boo's story is worthy of a song. Tell me some more.
Well, perhaps some other time. I must get my beauty rest. You see what I did there? Have you any more questions you must ask before I must take my leave? Then I leave you. Please drink your fill. I will make sure the bartenders keep your liquid flowing for the night.
Thank you, Minsk.
He stops back and he says, "Stand
Best
back
of fortune on your journey."
for justice." And he kind of pushes aside people as he's wandering through, and people are looking like, "What the hell's up with this?"
Well, he's a pretty eccentric fellow.
That was one of the most interesting men I have ever seen.
Maybe he is one of them for sale.
What, a hamster?
All right. Well, so you're gonna do anything else? You're sitting at the table here. You're getting drinks for the night. You have a room.
Just getting water.
All right, you can have water. You can certainly go talk to that person about the armor if you would like.
Is it that it's not too late for that?
No, not in this town.
Okay, then, yeah, I would definitely wander over there.
Definitely wine.
You get out. You wander out of the tavern, asking around. You find that Little Rank has a trading post about 7 or 8 buildings down.
Mm-hmm.
You wander through the streets at night. There's packs and groups of people. Most of them seem like mundane commoners. You see occasional guards. They travel in packs of 2 or 3. You come to the door of this dwarven trade emporium, and it literally says Ranks Dwarven Trade Emporium. You walk in the door, and this dwarf looks over at you, and he smiles, and he kind of gives you a grump. Well, an adventurer, come. You look like you need to be outfitted.
Yes, I
Breath would have tagged along just to not be in the tavern.
Sure. A moment late, are you going to walk in?
Yes.
Who's not staying at the tavern? I think Gashar would be for a little while if anybody else is.
Hemo's staying at the tavern. Once Hemo gets into a bottle of wine, he fully intends to finish it.
Open bar? I'm not
Yeah, no, I
moving.
think Gashar would have a few glasses. Well, anybody else? Finnis, what are you doing?
Finnis is pounding drinks, just surveying the scene in the
Yeah,
back.
so those two.
The rest of you drink from Minsk's opulent wealthy, I guess, or what do you want to say? Whatever he did
He's
to
offering.
save.
Yeah.
Four
Good
drinks.
job,
The two of
Planner.
you go to close the door, Eckankar, and just as you do, you see Wave kind of slip in behind you.
Oh,
You almost didn't notice her there. She kind of
Wrath.
stands.
Wrath. I wasn't expecting you. I thought you'd stay with the rest of them.
I am not fond of taverns.
Besides, she looks like she needs to get outfitted. She's barely wearing a thing.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Come on in. You know,
What can I help
hold the
you
door
with?
open.
My servant.
Oh, you recognize. Thank you. Actually, a fellow you might know, Minsk, sent me here.
Oh dear God.
I might have expected that reaction after meeting.
Yes, he went on and on and on about. He made me negotiate with his rodent.
With Boo.
Boo, yeah, that was his name. Boo, yes, that's right. Exhausting. Anyway, he did good business with me though, so I owe him that much. What can I help you with?
I was looking into seeing if you had any armor, specifically splint mail.
Oh, split mail. I can definitely help you out with that.
I'm
No
looking
problem.
for studded leather.
You're looking for some studded leather? I have both. We have plenty of armor in this shop. The question is, how much are you willing to spend?
I definitely will pay for quality. But can you show me what you might have?
Definitely. He walks back and he walks up and he clicks the door locked to the shop. And he walks behind the counter and he says, "Come with me." And he walks open the curtain and he keeps walking past his counter and into the back. Are the two of you gonna walk in?
I'll follow.
Is this another kind of tale? What's going on here?
No, it's the same kind still.
All right. You're gonna walk in, right?
Yep.
All right. The two of you walk in. As soon as you walk in, behind you where the curtain was, a portcullis drops. Leaving you trapped? You're not sure. Then as you emerge outside of the 5-foot tunnel, you emerge into a room full of opulence, a room full of reds, silks, and satins, chairs, and a fireplace. He stands up there, this dwarf, and he smiles. He says, "Oh, have a seat. I'll be right back." And he disappears into another room, and it isn't long until he brings out a splint mail. You said you want a splint mail, right?
Yeah.
He brings out a soon as splint mail. He says, "Now this is splint mail, my friend. This is glorious in all of its shine. This has been through war upon war and has survived unscathed. If you're a friend of Minsk's, I'm sure you can afford this." He holds it up to you.
I'll take it. I'm just like I'm nowhere near as wealthy as Minsk might be. How much might this be?
And he looks at you and he says, "Well, you are a servant. I don't expect you to hoard so much wealth. So I'll give it to you for 1,500 pieces of gold."
Oh, I don't have anywhere near that kind of money.
Oh.
I take it.
Sorry
it's
to
enchanted.
Be distant.
Of course it.
Disappointed.
Well, he snatches it from you, almost like you shouldn't hold something so delicate.
Magical
He kind of slumps his shoulders and he walks back. He goes, "Scale armor, fine."
I seem to have disappointed the man.
He walks back and he says, "Please wait outside." And when he does so, the gates go.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
All right, you walk back out through the curtain, and it isn't, but almost strangely too long. He left the door locked. He finally comes out with the mail that you're looking for. What is the retail value? What's the real cost for? What is it? Split mail?
200.
200. Give me a persuasion roll.
I can assist. Or do you want me to? Well, you should be charismatic enough.
I got a +6 to it.
Okay, I will assist then.
Give me your persuasion roll.
17.
No. He says, "Well, it is good armor." He brings it out, shows it to you. No holes. Doesn't really smell. I'll give this to you. It'll look good on you. It'll look really good on you. 220.
Sir, I think you're overestimating.
You said 200 gold, right?
I didn't say anything.
What's the retail price of it?
200.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
200.
He says 220.
Ah.
I'll give you two for 220 gold.
From what I understand, it's worth not quite that much. I'd be willing to pay what is known to me at 200.
Well, you are a friend of Minsk, so I should charge you 240, but fine, 200, fine.
So, all right, I can handle that. And,
Do you want to trade in whatever that is you're wearing?
yes, I don't need this chainmail anymore.
This is chainmail is what, 50 gold?
I think I'm looking at it right now.
I think so. Let me look it up.
Chain 50.
I will give you 25 back for that.
I appreciate it.
He will wait for you to remove it. He picks it
Yeah.
up with his fingers. Like, ugh. And you see, he throws it.
I press it.
Press it
Just
to
like
Jason.
so it cleans it up so it's not sweaty and
He looks at it and he goes, "Thank you." And he walks it back in. the
I don't
back.
like how they smell either. So I do that every once in a while.
All right, he'll return and he'll
Smells
expect
like road.
he'll expect to get the 175 175 in coin.
Yeah, you'll give him that, and then he'll say, "I thank you. I'm sorry. I'm more of the mundane customer than Minsk was."
No problem. It was probably my misunderstanding. You there? So, are you more of the mundane type?
Absolutely.
All right. Is it 20 gold for
45.
45? All right. All right. I'll be back. He looks around. He's actually gone for another 2-3 minutes as you're standing back there. He walks in and he walks up to you almost in a quick pace. He takes some studded leather. He slaps it up against you. He's kind of like he presses against your body, and then he flips it around and presses it up about you against your body again. And he flips it around and he's kind of looking at it. He says, "This won't do." He runs back, and he comes back again about a minute later, and he takes out what looks to be like a piece of thread, and he wraps it around your body, like around your shoulders here. He wraps it around, he tugs it tight. And he points his finger on it. He says, "I wish you would eat a sandwich." Walks back. Walks back.
If you'll give me one, I will eat it.
Comes back a minute later. Finally brings some studded leather armor. So he says, "This is the best I have for you." It looks like it might be a little roomy, but most likely will fit.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit open in the shoulders. It might not be made for a tiefling. Probably not for a woman tiefling, a female tiefling.
That's right.
But just from your slight build, but
It's like
it
a
will
large
work.
halfling.
Yeah, it'll work.
You can hide your book in there.
He says, I don't that scrap you can have for 30 gold.
I give him a moonstone.
He smiles at it and he says, is that all you want for this?
No, I will take other things if you have other things.
What else can I get for you for this? These are valuable. At least twice what that is worth.
Do you have perhaps incense?
I might.
I will take-
Spellcaster?
For summoning, yes.
Summoning incense. Yes, I can help you with that. He takes it and plops it into his little cloak. It's like he must have like a little thing. He just stuffs it in there, and he walks back. He comes back with it looks like a tightly bound burlap sack, kind of like almost tightly like coffee beans would come in, like a tight wrapped binder. And he walks in and he puts it down. He says, "There you go. That will get you about 4 uses."
Gives me a total of 5. Excellent. She nods. Thank you.
Anything else I can get you?
That is
No, you've been incredibly helpful.
Perhaps if we come into more funds, we shall see you again.
You should. Should you need any potions or any of those other things, let me know. I have some place you can go.
Yes.
I have a friend who can help you.
Does this friend have a name?
Yes, Bailiff's friend.
And the location of this person's shop?
You may find Bailiff near the King's Tower. We don't really have a king here. It's a jest, of course.
And to be clear, should I mention Minsk to this person?
Good plan.
He smiles and says, "That is up to you. But go to the King's Tower. It's near in the southern part of the town of the keep. See Bailiff's friend. He will sell you most potions, at least the potions of a resistance for sure on healing. I don't know what else he has. But you will tell him you came from here.
Of course.
Of course.
What's his name again?
Lidl Rank.
Bailiff?
Lidl?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh man.
Dwarven Smith?
He's a dwarven trader.
Dwarven trader.
Yeah.
Lidl guy, big prices.
That's a great slogan.
That's a great slogan. All right. You're gonna head over to Bailiff's friend.
We might as well.
I'll accompany you.
All right, you wander through the town, and as you get near the King's Tower, and what the King's Tower is it appears to be a two and a half story emporium where they just sell big casks of wine and liquor. So and they jokingly call it the King's Tower.
We should have brought him.
I was about to say the same thing.
But next to them, you see
Hemo's like, I wish that was a bigger bottle.
and next to it, there's a small shop. And there's no label on the shop, but it literally says above it, "Friends may enter." And
Before
given
we
that,
go
you're
in,
like, that must be.
I want to turn Wrath. Be like, do we mention Minsk? It seems it was a bit of a chaotic situation.
No, we were not told to mention Minsk. We were told to mention Lidl. So we
Okay.
shall mention Lidl.
All right,
Well, I
you go-
shall not mention Lidl. You may mention Minsk if you want.
It didn't work out for me that well last time, so I might not.
All right, you walk up to the it's a small oval shaped whitewashed building with tiny little portholes, almost like you'd have in a ship, and a somewhat half circular door. The door doesn't have any windows on it. The roof of the building outstretches from the wall about 3 feet, and there is some glowing, ever burning torches that line the outsides of the door. And there's a small sign that says that friends may enter.
Well, let us see if this works. Try and push on in.
All right, you walk up and touch the door. The door is locked. You hear a muffled word from the previous side. Yes.
A friend named Lidl sent us to perhaps purchase things from you.
Well, one moment then. You hear a series of 20 or 30 locks. It takes quite an uncomfortable amount of time as you stand. People walking past you. You're just standing in the street, and the door is pulled open. Oh yes, Mr. Rank, he sent you, huh? Welcome. Come. You are looking for potions, I take it. Save your life as adventurers. Resistance potions mostly is what I have.
Yes, anything. Healing would be preferred as well if you have any of those.
Oh, of course. Everyone needs a healing potion, my lad. Come in, both of you. Come in. He pulls the door and he ushers you inside.
Lad.
Yes. You heard me. Come in.
Just comes in.
Yeah, pulls you in. All right. Eckankar, are you going to walk in too?
Yeah, I'll
All
walk
right,
in.
Yes,
you close the door. And he says he walks up to you and he says, "Yeah, servant of Ilmater, and your most likely sword bearer there. What can I do for you?"
Oh, I'm just an accompaniment here. I have no needs.
Oh, you're going to let your sword bearer do the speaking for you. All right, little lad. Tell me, what can I get for you? You're looking potions of healing. Very well. I can get you superior healings, 100 gold.
Maybe they look a little chilly.
I can give you regular, mundane sword bearer healing for 50 gold. I'm teasing your sword bearer. Please take no ill will from my jest.
Oh, none taken.
All right. Yes.
Nervous
So I
laughter.
put
Nervous.
down,
Insert nervous laughter here.
Wave couldn't kill us all.
Boom.
she puts down 2 moonstones. I will take
Oh my.
1 superior and 2 of the irregular, please.
He scrapes at the moonstones and he looks, and you see he puts his hand over the top and he thinks for just a moment. Yes, well, Mario. Deal. He clamps his hand closed and he walks back. He pulls out 3 little vials, little bluish vials, little tiny small ones, and the other one's a little bigger, a little deeper blue. Little, you can definitely see what they are. And he says, "There you are, 2 potions for the sword bearer, young lad, and 1 superior healing for your
lesser, 1
superior."
superior.
What's that?
What
I
should
think they're called potions. I think it's a potion of healing and a potion of superior healing. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's what he's going to sell you. 1 potion of superior healing. It's a really good potion. It's 8d4 plus 8 hit points.
Jesus.
Ooh.
So it's a minimum of 16 back.
8d4
Yeah.
plus 8. And you have 2 potions of regular healing, which is 2d4 plus 2.
Okay. I thank you. Perhaps we shall do more business in the future.
Yes, bring more moonstones. They're pretty.
I would like to go and see Lidl when you're done there.
All right,
Yeah, we
you
can
got to
get back
return
to
back
them.
and explain. I take it you're going to return back and explain
Yep.
where you went to. You see these guys
Yep.
come in,
Mm.
girl and guy. You see the 2 of them come in, and they're wearing brand new armor.
Mhm.
You're like, oh,
Oh,
quick
Well,
change.
don't you
You
look
guys
good?
look really good. Try some of this.
As they're all hammered, going.
Hey,
Oh,
Where
the
did you
table.
purchase such fine accoutrements?
we probably got a whole other bottle.
Mince, let us
He
know
knows
of an
wearing-
armor in town.
Hemo's wearing studded leather too. Did you get my armor? Is that mine? Oh, nope, that's yours.
Now the
There's
rest
some
of
guys
you,
in your armor.
the rest of you notice that the armor that she's wearing doesn't quite exactly fit right, but it fits well enough.
If any of you do decide to get armor, maybe don't mention Minsk.
That big loud guy with the mouse.
Yes.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I think I would like to go and see this gentleman.
All right, you're gonna leave the table.
Yeah, I'm going to leave the table.
All right,
Yeah,
anybody else
where
sticking
is this
around and
place?
drinking? Is anybody else gonna keep drinking?
Although
I'm going to
I'm gonna
Get
get back to
directions from-
drinking.
I
I'll
will
get
show them
directions
the
from
way.
Eck.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll tell him where it is.
go tonight and perhaps instead sleep on it. Hmm.
I'll just do a little reconnaissance tonight.
okay.
Shar's leaning a little.
All right, who's going? Who ends up going there? I know Waifs are
Wrath.
Wrath says that she is going to go, and I know that X said he's going to show you the way. Anybody else going with the 3 of them?
Absolutely following them.
All right.
Finnis is lamenting. He misses the cat. He's just really drunk.
Did the cat follow?
You don't see the cat.
Yeah, come on, Finnis. Everyone else is going. Maybe we'll find the cat out here.
He's just so cute.
I don't know. Maybe he
fluffy.
got through the wall somehow. He does things like that. That's a cat thing.
All right, let's go find the cat. And he's gonna follow Hemo.
All right.
The rest of
Hemo,
us
where are you
catch up with
taking him?
the party.
Okay.
Well,
All
I'll
of you arrive about a half hour or 40 minutes later back to the door, about 5 places down, where Rank's Dwarven Trade Emporium is. And you knock on the door, and he opens the door and he says, "Yeah, oh, you're back."
Good evening, sir.
He looks over at Eckankar and he says, "The thing's all right with your armor, sir."
Oh no. I just told everyone here how great you were, and everybody wanted to come and see your wares.
He looks over at you, and Flander, you can see a well-groomed dwarf, beard finally trimmed up. He smiles at you and he says, please come in then. He kind of looks
Thank
at you and he says, entertainer.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, tell me, entertainer, what can I do for you?
Well, your little establishment here has a reputation of being one of the finest providers north of Phandalin.
Where?
I was wondering, do you sell arms as well as armor?
Yes, we do.
I'm in the market for a hand crossbow. Do you have anything like that?
Hand crossbow, you say? Yes, I probably have some of those. Depends. What else do you want with it?
Oh, perhaps something to shoot out of it?
Of course you do. Give me a diplomacy roll, please. That would be a persuasion roll.
Right. Okay. Oh dear.
What'd you roll?
Natural 1.
Right.
For me, that's an 8.
He leaves and he rummages through and he comes back and he finds one and he goes, "Well, I'm afraid all we have is this one rather rare hand crossbow. We have it here if you'd like to purchase it." And you look at it and it's sleek and it's black all over, not a piece on it, not black. And he holds it up to you and he kind of caresses it a little bit. He says, "This weapon came from the east, from the Underdark. It's very valuable. I would be willing to part with it, but it will cost you 1,000 pieces of gold."
That is a beautiful little piece of armament.
It is. And you look at it, and you're like, wow, I have not seen a weapon so well crafted.
What is the material?
What is the material? Materials from the Underdark. It is made of steel, but only steel found within the dark depths, well beyond the light.
Well, I'm afraid 1,000 gold is a bit rich for my blood. Have you got anything roughly half that price?
Well, it is difficult to come across these items. I mean, so this is adamantium here. Do you understand? This is well crafted. I cannot part with it for under 1,000. And this is the hand crossbow I have. I will throw in 40 bolts with it.
Well, that's a bargain, I'm sure.
Lean over to Hemo. This is exactly what happened to me.
Oh, you buy enough swords, somebody's destined to do this to you. It's part of the process.
What are those moonstones worth?
100.
100
Seems
each?
like they were worth 100.
Okay. I don't suppose you do layaway.
Can I get an easy pay for that, please?
Do you have a rent to own program? Perhaps I could lease it.
All right.
That's the only hand crossbow you have.
Yes, they're quite rare. There are some shops that have some more common versions of him. But if you want something
Mhm.
extraordinary like this, it'll cost you 1,000 pieces of gold.
Yes, and I'm sure it's worth every chip of it.
All right. Any other supplies you want to do before you begin to head off the next day to your destination in the
Yes, I
Thunder
would like to check out another place and see if I can get a hand crossbow a bit cheaper.
All right, you wander through the city in the evening and you're able to find a shop that will sell them to you. It'll sell you to for 90 gold pieces.
I'll take one for 90 gold then.
All right.
Don't forget your bolts.
It comes with 20 bolts.
Aha! Oh,
You can buy remainder the bolts right out of the book at book value. If you want to buy more than that.
No, I'll start
right.
with 20 bolts for.
Cool. Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap up for tonight. We'll make it a short night because it's getting late and I don't want to start the Thunder Tree part until we can get sort of a kind of a fresh start on it. So
Fair
with that,
enough.
we're going to wrap up and we're going to start with Thunder Tree first thing next week.
Cool.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
All right, cool.
Can't wait.
So-
Sleep off this wine headache.
Had some
We've
fun.
had a long travel.
You did. All right. With that, we'll see everybody next week. And remember, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you want. It's always fun. And with that, we will see everybody in 1 week's time. Take care.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Till next time.